What is that mysterious ticking noise? Not over here, not over there. Kind of catchy. Snipe, snipe. Severus Snipe. 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 Severus Snipe. Snipe. Severus Snipe.
Dumbledore!
Snipe. Severus Snipe.
Dumbledore!
Snipe. Severus Snipe. 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 Severus Snipe. Snipe.
Hermione!
Severus Snipe. Snipe.
Hermione!
Severus Snipe.
Dumbledore!
Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Yeah, Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Harry Potter! That's me!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Harry!
Snape!
Snape!
Dumbledore! Hermione!
Snape!
Harry
Hermione.
Potter! I'm Harry Potter! I'm Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Singing our song all day long at Hogwarts! I found the source of the ticking! It's a pipe bomb!
Yeah!
Voldemort, Voldemort, ooh, Voldemort.
It's been a long time coming, but at long last, we're finally doing Harry Potter. So, at long last. Well, anyway, let me start off by bringing my guests in. First off, the man, the myth, the legend, the doctor.
I live. Done.
Hello, how's it going? How you
It's
been?
going all right.
Good. Alrighty. Well, we got some more people coming in, so let's start off with Space Roaster.
Hello, I'm a ninja now.
Yep.
Apparently. I don't know what that clip was from.
G.I. Joe Sigma 6, my second favorite G.I. Joe iteration, with the first being Renegades and the third being the live-action movies.
Ooh, I don't even remember those. All right. Well, next guest, right? Hello?
I think Dunn's lagging out on us.
No, we need to send him internet gas.
While Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces, they certainly haven't forgotten about her.
Dracarys to that.
Yeah. I've been playing the new Pokemon games, and they're making me an increasingly larger fan of arson.
What was that weird thing at the beginning anyway?
I don't know.
What?
The ticking skit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that is a old Harry Potter skit that somebody did on YouTube a very long time ago, just for fun.
Yeah, Potter Puppet Pals.
That is some old school YouTube too.
Yeah.
Like, those were coming out before the books were even finished.
That was the depths of time before being was.
Indeed.
Yep, I can still remember the not excitement exactly, the anticipation when book 7 was going to come out, and then it came out, and then I was like, yeah. Pretty much. It wasn't bad. The Snape bit was good, but
It's the ending with Lord Voldemort is rather anticlimactic.
yeah, kind of.
Just a little bit.
And then there's all that time they spend in tents, you know. They spend all this time hanging out in a tent.
If I wanted to if I wanted to read a tent story, I'd just read the Book of Mormon. I don't want.
No offense.
Or Brokeback Mountain.
Or Wheel of Time. Okay, that was funny. Alrighty, and then we have our other guest. Please, we've got a lot today, so please welcome Mr. Kodak.
I am the scales of justice, conductor of the choir of death. Sing, brother, sing.
Now that's the real magic right there.
That is one of the greatest movies of all time, bar none.
Yeah, well, you know what? A true American doesn't love the sound of bullets.
I'm British.
Well, in this case, it would be Australian.
Well,
Well, either way, bullets, aren't they great?
Yes.
Indeed.
Bullets can solve all problems.
Yeah.
Ace junk.
Hi, space junk.
Let me see. And in the back room, we have our resident artistic bomb, Johan.
Is everything ready? Do it. Thousands of souls extinguished by the push of a button. This is only the beginning.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to remove my browser history yet, so therefore, I had to explode it.
wouldn't it be a riot if the intros lasted longer than the actual live stream?
Probably.
It would be amusing, to say the least.
You know what a fun fact is? The first Harry Potter was actually translated with voices. So you had, like, instead of subtitles, you had actually voices, which was amazing. It was the dub version of Harry Potter in Dutch is hilariously bad.
Voice acting? What's that? I've been playing Pokemon and I have no idea what that means.
Oh, are they not singing? Are they just doing the animation of singing and then not singing at all?
Yeah, they did that again, sort of.
Amazing! Wow! Who would have thought?
And Aspiring wants to know where his Brit is.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for Pokemon.
I'm sort of a Brit, not exactly, but really, not really. I lived in Ireland, but
it's the Sorcerer's Stone.
Closest I can get.
Crow's a Brit. I am not British. How dare you?
How dare he? He's a magician. Not every magician is British.
What blasphemy?
Well, Crow is at least very afraid of apples, so don't worry about that.
Well, aren't we all?
That's very reassuring.
Indeed. So, let's get started with, I think, our first experience with the Harry Potters. I watched this for the first time as a young child in first grade. It was either first grade or kindergarten, I believe. And I liked it fine. Admittedly, I saw a much superior fantasy only a few months later, and that was
The
The
Max
Lord of the
Magician?
Rings.
Okay.
Oh, Max Magician, definitely.
Aragon.
Aragon was Aragon is 6 years after this movie, 6 or 7 years after this movie.
I know this movie started the whole book adaptation craze for a while.
I think Lord of the Rings did more than Harry Potter.
Let's see, Lord of the Rings, the first one came out, I think, in 2001. I think.
Yes.
And this came out in 2000.
This was around the same time because the Prisoner of Azkaban came out about the same time as the second or third Lord of the Rings film. I can't remember which.
I think it was actually a year after.
But there were previews of it. There were previews of it at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings, one of the Lord of the Rings films, and I think it was the third one, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but with Harry Potter, it gets more widespread appeal since, kids can watch it a lot easier than Lord of the Rings. So that means it's good for the whole family.
So, so one of the things about it was so you had Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets filmed pretty much back to back, and then there was a 2-year gap when between Azkaban and Harry Potter, and Chamber and Prisoner. So it came out in the summer of 2004. Azkaban did, at least.
You know what I really liked about this movie? The particle effects. The effects alone, the effects that have been used in this movie were actually very believable as a kid.
So we're talking about first time we ran into these movies.
Yep.
I didn't even know Harry Potter was a thing when the first movie came out. My mom just went to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to see this Harry Potter movie?" And it's like, "Okay." We went to watch it, and I was like, "That's a movie." I didn't proceed to watch all of them.
Okay. Most of the movies that we got from CD from friends, and then they were like, "Yeah, you want to have free Harry Potter? All right. What is this? It's about magic. All right, I'll watch it."
Yeah, for me it was the same as with Crow. Like, I didn't know what Harry Potter was when the first movie came out, but my sister was apparently into it, so we went to go see them. I didn't actually start reading the books until the third one. Like, I haven't read books 1 and 2. Just started reading them with the third one because my sister was like, "Oh, it's the best one. You have to read it before the movie comes out." So I did.
And it probably is the best one. Well, it has a reasonable claim to be the best one anyway. It's maybe the third one, maybe the first one.
I believe there were 6 movies in total, right? Or were it
There were 8 movies in
There
total.
were 8.
8. Jeez, and I have watched them all. Ugh.
One of them was divided into 2 parts. So I read the books in 2004-ish, I think. Apart from the last one, I read 2004-ish, 2005-ish. I read the books. I just saw the films just a couple of weeks ago. I never got around to seeing them before then. The books, they're very Ernest Becker likes to say that one of the prevailing things is whimsy. I think that's true. They're very enjoyable and engaging. They're a little sloppy in terms of world building, and sometimes in terms of style and diction, they're a little sloppy. But they're they're very engaging and vivid.
Mm-hmm.
And the books and the films do seem to be pretty faithful to all that. So,
yeah, they are some of the most faithful adaptations, and the only reason why things are cut out is just for time.
yeah, I mean, you don't really. A lot of this. There's a fair bit of stuff that's just. This is what going to school at Hogwarts is like, or else it's just kind of filler, or else it's, or maybe not filler, but kind of fat. Things like there's a lot of, like I think there are 3 different Quidditch matches in book 3, right?
Book 3.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Quidditch matches, yes.
Yeah, and we don't really need all that Quidditch. We don't really need all that Quidditch in the films or even in the books, to be perfectly honest.
Mm.
Even in the first movie, they don't go to every Quidditch match that's in the book.
Yeah. Oh, the dead chap's here.
Hey, Ditto Chap.
Yeah, and then, well, about the book's writing, if you know of a channel called Procrastinataria, or however it's pronounced, I don't know. I think it's got the name Tina in there. Anyway, she's actually been doing reviews of Harry Potter too, very, very, very in depth. But there are a lot of writing issues she points out with with Rowling's writing style. So a little, they could use a little more work, I guess. But considering the situation Rowling was writing them in, they turned out pretty well, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, she worked. It's not that she didn't work hard on these books at all, and they're pretty damn good, all things considered. It's just there's issues the further and further along we go in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ghosts.
Either something wasn't explained clearly that it comes up in a later book, something has changed.
She gets a bit of adverb disease sometimes. What's that adverb she likes? Not scathingly. There's a whole bunch that she likes. Scathingly, bracingly, but there's one that she really likes. And I can't remember which one it is.
God, I should know what it is. I'm listening to them in audiobook form right now.
Oh, God. What was the adverb? Oh.
I don't know, but I read this one author who loved to use the word emphatically.
She likes to use the term crash to the ground a lot, I noticed.
Yeah.
Starman killing me. I don't know what that is.
Everybody likes to sneer or look smug.
They go with an F adverb, I think. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, for now, did you want us to just talk about the Philosopher's Stone that was turned into a Sorcerer's Stone?
Sure.
You Americans.
It's not our fault. It's just one fucking stupid publisher's fault.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Did we have
Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone?
Look, in Britain, I know in Britain people learn alchemy in like first year, but unfortunately in the US, that
you believe in science over here.
Was it Scientology there then?
Science.
Well, actually, did we get everyone's introduction to Harry Potter down? Because I don't remember if we.
I haven't got mine, but I kind of came to the Harry Potter series a bit late, around when Prisoner of Azkaban was coming out. Actually, when that time period, and not gonna lie, it scared the crap out of me. Not gonna lie, the Dementors and the like.
Dementors are scary.
Especially if you're like a young kid going into one of the middle or later books, it can definitely be a bit scary because it ages with it.
I didn't read the books actually at the time. I was very, shall we say, a very stupid kid, shall we say? And I thought, oh, books are for nerds. I don't like nudie stuff.
Now you're on this stream.
Yes.
But no,
Writing
the
a
same
book
thing goes to the movies too. Is they age with the audience. As the series goes along, it becomes more intense because its dedicated audience is getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True that. True that.
True that indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Codex, sir or madam, I don't
sir.
judge. Sir, okay. Did you get around to reading the books as you watched the movies, or can?
Not when the films were coming out, because my sister was heavily into the books by that point exactly. I think she was, she was reading all the books as they were, coming as the films were coming out at that time exactly. So, so a lot of information came from her exactly. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And
I'm very happy that I still remember the first movie to be about a fucking chocolate frog.
The flying chocolate frog.
So basically, the rest of the film was just kind of filler to
also,
the climax, which was the chocolate.
I don't know how you call them, but the reflecting images, those things were actually a thing back when the movie, after the movie came out, they were actually candy that you could buy at stores.
Oh, the
It was
pods,
amazing.
yeah.
And the same goes for the jelly beans that were tasting like ridiculously strange. It was funny. It was hilarious and great.
Earwax.
Yeah.
Earwax.
Yeah, so basically, the first movie was about a chocolate frog, and everything else is filler.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Or Dumbledore being like, "Shut up, bitch! I'm here to talk." All right, people, it's about this.
That would have been my fun movie.
Because I
that,
remember. I really like the actors. They played so well in their characters. I must say myself, they were really believable.
Well, they're all cool, venerable, practiced Shakespearean British actors.
Oh, that always reminds me the lady they got to play Umbridge for the Order of the Phoenix.
The bitch.
Yeah, I remember she was seeing an interview clip of her, and she was walking down the street, and someone was like, "Oh, hey, you played Umbridge. I thought you were perfect for the role." And she's like, "Oh, gee, thanks."
Oh,
I really hated that character. Not by not liking her, but really hated it. Like in this story, like holy shit, that bitch is very bad. Ooh,
No,
that's an evil bitch.
Yeah, Amalda Staunton is a very, very good evil character.
You mean you don't think that underage children should be tortured?
Not
no,
really,
those go
no.
Valerian.
Not our main character.
Starlight is cringe.
Stormlight is cringe. How dare he?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the scariest part of the first movie is? Where I, as a kid, when I watched it, I literally scared the living hell out of me. Was the fucking face reveal?
Yeah.
Joe
we'll get into that in a bit. Okay.
That was a nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
It is very creepy. Yeah. Alrighty. So, in terms of Harry Potter, I would say that this is one of those definite rags to riches stories where it is amazing that J.K. Rowling managed to do this. It's also kind of amazing that it has basically outsold Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Yeah.
And pretty much every other fantasy story in existence.
Yeah, I guess that because it appeals to the children, it has a larger range of age appeal. So maybe that's part of it.
That is part of it.
Is it just book one that outsold it, or is it all 7 books together?
I think it's all 7 books together. It's basically made her the second only
she's second only to the Bible and Quran.
I think so, but also like in the world, the only person who has more author that has more net worth with her is somebody who got it because of shares.
Yeah. Now, if you actually look at JK's contract, that's where her real talents lie. Because holy shit,
She still gets revenue from it, which is good.
she gets minuscule revenue from the books. It's all the merchandise in the theme parks, in the movies that she makes the majority of her money.
I never went to any of those theme parks. Or
Just because you didn't, it doesn't mean thousands of people don't, Johan.
What,
No,
you
they
don't
don't
have
count. They don't count. Sorry.
They are pretty cool, though. Actually, those theme parks are pretty amazing. I loved going there.
Where are they?
Orlando, Universal Studios.
Oh, America. I see.
Yeah.
I still need to visit that place.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't downloaded that one Harry Potter phone game that is apparently a visual novel with stamina elements?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I know I only have played the PC, I believe the first one and the second one that came out on PC. The PlayStation 4 games that went to PC, I believe that was the thing, which was really good. Oh, well, really great. I really loved the puzzle mechanics of them. But yeah, I know the mobile game. It is very atrocious. Like, oh, you don't have enough stamina. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Better buy some more tokens.
Otherwise you
Think
die.
it's in their contract for a book. Her contracts before we own all your rights to your IP, sucker, became the standard for contract with movie studios. So, it became the standard because of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because she pulled that shit off and just like, okay.
We cannot
Especially
have this.
what she went through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she did have homelessness and an abusive husband. It was just...
Yeah.
Plus her mom passed away. Had a child as well to look after. She's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
And she got it this far.
Yeah.
And she's still kicking, which
Well,
is good.
as she recently said right now, how's it feel to lose so many fans because you're a terrible person? She goes, it makes me sad, but then I get the royalty check and I feel like I can sleep a little better at night.
That reminds
Based.
I love that. That is hilarious.
Based.
That reminds me of that goddamn meme where the bald guy's like with the money like I am so hurt right now.
Stabbing.
What does he wipe his tears with a couple dollar bills?
Yes.
She's
The
made
one
so
with
much
these
money, her
the zombie
children's
movie,
can
if
live
I'm correct.
comfortably for a long ass time.
Yeah.
I also think it's the reason why we never really see any of her other books outside of Harry Potter be a thing, because I honestly think they're getting stifled by marketing.
Stifled? What does that mean?
Because they want to keep her writing Harry Potter stuff, especially Warner Brothers. This is one of their biggest IPs.
But didn't The Cursed Child flop like really bad?
Yeah, but The Cursed Child was a stage play.
That's it's kind of unique in terms of how bad it is by all accounts.
That's a stream all on its own and everything that's going on in The Cursed Child.
Yeah. Well, I'm. Oh man,
It feels like one of those things where, like, the author just wanted to write another one, but didn't know what else to do.
Isn't Fantastic Beasts also not a novel, or is it?
It is a film based on a novel that's.
It's a supplementary novel. It's from what I understand, it's supposed to be the actual book that's in the universe.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so that's why it is so not very good anymore. Then.
Oh, there's a lot of reasons why. It really feels like her heart's not in the Harry Potter stuff anymore. It's like, I've done the story. I told everything I want to do here. Let me do something else now.
Well, you know the thing, right? If you milk a cow enough times, it won't produce any more milk.
Yeah, well, you remember
Oh.
a series of unfortunate events. One of the schools they went to, their theme was "What can't you beat? A dead horse."
Oh yeah, beating a dead horse. I have seen that. I have seen that in a whole series of 8 episodes
Yeah.
or more.
It was a
Sounds
good
really
I know what it
series,
was, but it
actually.
was something about power.
Well, there's like an hour and a half episode each.
Yeah, exactly. It's about some ring and then some power and then
Oh,
no.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that's why we're talking about beating horses.
Well, it is beating up a dead horse multiple times and then forgetting
both
about how
dead horses?
to beat up a dead horse in the first place.
I was thinking anally rape the horse over and over.
Damn, Don. Jeez.
Well,
Done.
I must confess, like something similar came to mind, but I think that maybe that's a little harsh, but not too harsh.
I
Done.
mean,
You need to replace your fucking filter.
Well,
if it's dead, it's just necrophilia.
Ew.
Oh.
Necrophiliac bestiality? No, thank you.
Even a
We're getting
necromancer
way
would be
off topic.
discussed.
Yeah.
What the blazes? Space Chunks is. I remember when Rolling used to post those myself. What the blazes?
I'm not into bestiality. I'm saying that the screenwriters anally raped a horse in the similar way to how on South Park Indiana Jones was raped by
Oh,
George
God.
Lucas and
Given the
Steven
context
Spielberg.
nowadays with Indiana Jones 5, that is true statement right there.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
like
God.
that. Oh, I'm
I
so
can't wait
sad.
for
It
all
is
these
actually getting
rumors that
true.
The director is so crying about that aren't true, turn out to be true again.
But Harry Potter's meant to be wholesome. Why are we talking about anally raping horses?
I don't know.
That's-
Because
that
we
was
got a bunch
because-
of
it up,
autistic
okay?
idiots on the stream right now, so we won't be able to carry a conversation or stay on topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You have a
You
goddamn
only get
autist.
2.
Yeah,
You have
thanks,
me.
Don.
You're welcome.
Now my illegitimate children won't be able to watch the show.
Oh.
Sorry.
I guess done is done for.
Oh God, kill it. Kill him.
Or you want to actually talk about this movie or what?
I wish.
Hopefully, eventually.
Oh, remember the scene where let's see where he locks up Harry Potter, the fatso man, the good parents.
You're wheezy here. All right.
Wait,
Yeah, they were great.
What's your layout for the stream? Done. What's our first topic?
Well, I
Motorcycles
was.
and Hagrid.
So my thought is basically we just kind of go through the film normally in terms of a just regular how do I put it?
Kind
A
of like a
reg-
play-by-play.
Yeah, regular play-by-play. I think the main start art seems to be the beginning, where we see Harry Potter is not like the other kids.
He's
no,
not like,
Are we going to skip the whole thing with Dumbledore?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he does. I think that it's a neat little thing where they try to build some intrigue and mystery, where it's just they're the worst kind of muggles. You also see a cat turn into a woman.
yeah, they're almost comically bad in the books. Anyway, they're almost comically bad. The
Yeah.
Dursleys. Hilarious.
They are pretty funny, but it is funny that they probably could never do anything like making Dudley as cartoonishly fat as he is in the book.
No.
oh no, it's
No,
modern
really,
day.
Well, this is pre-woke era. This is at least 4 years pre-woke era, as
Yeah,
started
I
by
know.
When stories were actually
I-
doing
I-
something.
I mean, PC existed though.
Yeah, but nobody really cared.
Nah,
Yeah.
nobody cared about PCs.
It didn't take
Everybody-
off.
Yeah, everything was still PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hadn't turned to a full blown culture war yet. Fortunately,
No, it's basically just people said sod off. Nobody cares about PC stuff. And now it's a whole things need to be there's certain enforcements being made, or else you will lose your job.
Yeah, PC is master race. Everybody will know that for sure.
Oh God.
I remember that. Yeah, I was just like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
When I heard that,
Well,
I'm just
nothing wrong
like,
with Hermione being black, one way or the
well,
other.
there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that it's just like, I just legit don't care.
It's not something I remember from the books at all.
Well, this just might be. This might just be my memory being terrible, but I don't remember skin color being mentioned very often.
Not often.
No.
Dean Thomas is black in the books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
And
only
there's-
really
Cho Chang
mentioned if
is,
they're not white.
Yeah, Cho Chang is of Asian extraction, so there's that. And Parvati is Indian.
Hold on. Cat, are you killing something over there?
Oh no, kitty murder.
Seems a bit sus if you ask me.
I don't know if it's kitty murder so much as kitties murdering other things.
Cats usually murder cats in my experience.
Oh dear.
Well, as
Fun
long as
fact.
they probably need some cats in Disneyland to at least kill some of the mice that I saw.
So if you're in the modern day and you would say to a Harry Potter fan that you never have read the books but you like the movies, would that be offended towards them?
I don't think so, because the books and the films are not terribly different in a lot of ways.
Okay.
It's only when we get to the latter films, I would say that may be in question, but for the earlier stuff, probably not.
I really didn't like the ending actually. The Harry Potter ending, the last three movies were a little bit of in quality.
The later books.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just that I haven't seen the later films, but the later books could probably need some change to be put into films. I mean, there's a lot of extra stuff tossed in there. It gets very starting with book 4, things get kind of slow.
I also think it was because my expectation of the movie, the hype of watching Harry Potter, the spark was gone after the fourth one for me, but that's just me. I didn't like the horror aspect because, well, I was a little bit too young.
Fair enough.
To watch it.
Oh, I had a thought and then I completely lost it.
No worries, that tends to happen with thoughts.
Yeah. Maybe I should just get a net to catch them all, because sometimes they're important and you don't want to forget them.
Wait, you could close your show.
Nets to catch women? That seems a little bit sexist.
Oh.
Well, just a little bit, but if it works, it works. Oh, right. It was about things cut from the movies that were in the books. The most significant one I can think of is that one mirror shard that Harry had in the 7th movie. For the life of me, I can't remember where that's supposed to come from in the books.
That's supposed to be.
I'm back. What are we talking about right now?
The mirror shards from the second movie.
The mirror shards from
7th. Actually,
that's the very last movie. Why are we talking about that?
Well, we were
talking.
Yeah, we were talking about stuff from changes that were made that were not exactly good in the movies compared to the books, and the only thing I could think of was that mirror shard that Harry had in his sock in the 7th movie, because I remember I see that constantly referenced as a thing that shouldn't have been taken out of the books or taken out of the movies, because it ended up being very important, but the movies didn't know that when the one that he got it in was filmed, but I just do not remember it.
That was book 3.
Oh, wow.
Because that is no, I'm sorry, that's book 5 because that mirror is the mirror that Sirius Black gave him to contact him. That Harry never ended up using. And if Harry had used it, that Sirius would have survived and not died. He throws it into his trunk and it shatters. And I guess Dumbledore manages to get a hold of some of these things somehow. I can't remember. It's been a while since I got to that, since I've read that, and I haven't gotten to that point in the 7th book yet.
Makes sense. So after we see the initial prologue where we see Harry being dropped off at the Dursleys, which will be his home for the remainder of the series, even though he hates it a lot. We then see that he's basically a wage slave.
Yes.
Minus the wages.
He's a Cinderella stand-in.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Yeah. The first movie really reads like a fairy tale.
So, wage slave without any wages basically means he's a slave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's basically.
He also gets locked up.
It's
great.
Yeah, basically Cinderella had a pretty decent compared to him.
Well, you know, the fat guy also goes like when he shoves Harry Potter in it and then closes the thing like, "No porn for you tonight," and then close the door down. You know?
Did you just say no porn for you? Is that what you just said?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
A dire threat indeed for an 11-year-old who hasn't hit puberty.
Indeed.
You know, just to take things darker, and back in Cinderella's time, she would have monetary value. So the evil stepmother could have sold her if she kept her in good condition.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did go that route in Ever After, which is the best Cinderella adaptation.
Ooh.
But yeah, that is one of the things that I liked about the whole family dynamic of, you know, Harry Potter being absolutely mocked and, you know, be like, you got to do whatever I want. And today I will celebrate with a cookie. How fun when constantly every single time there is paper for Harry and then he's like, I'm going to burn it. Screw you.
What?
When he receives the invitation constantly.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a fucking hilarious scene.
The book is way funnier, though.
Yeah.
I just want to point this out about the book. Vernon goes driving off all crazy by the end of that whole sequence. Driving off to the coast. He leaves the family in the car for a while, then comes back with a gun. And just knowing how strict gun laws are in England and just how hard it is to actually just get a gun because there's a waiting period usually.
Mm-hmm.
He stole that. That gun is black market.
He's rich, so yeah.
He did not get that gun legally. There's no damn way.
Well, the law doesn't apply to him because he's rich.
Yeah. Is he that rich?
He's pretty
rich.
He's very middle class, yeah.
He's fairly rich. Yeah, he's not poor. They can afford to give Dudley all this role, and then Dudley can just break everything, and then it's fine, like computers and stuff. So it's fine.
And he is spoiled.
I do find J.K. Rowling's axe to grind about video games very amusing. She clearly had an axe to grind because she focused all of her anger about certain types of boys into Dudley.
She does not like video games, which is hilarious seeing how popular the Harry Potter video games are sometimes.
So basically, basically, Dudley is. We all know that everyone who plays video games is exactly like Dudley. Am I right, everybody?
Oh yeah, totally.
Who's me?
What? You mean the fatso kid, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not fat. I'm literally as tall as a fucking skinny tree.
Well, that means you don't. Well, that means you don't play video games. Problem solved.
Well, I play Elden Ring. I play video games. I play MMORPGs. I have no life.
Either you're exactly like Dudley or you don't play video games. One or the other. That's logic.
That's so racist.
I know.
Gamers are the most oppressed race.
Well, it can't be racist. Dudley's white.
Got it.
That is true. Given nowadays,
Doesn't matter. Today I already saw a whole page about that sharks are now also shark documentaries are also racist. So
Everything's
video
racist ever.
yeah.
Wait, what? Shark documentaries? How are those racist?
Yes, according to the New York Times, they are.
Because they're about great whites.
Yeah, you can no longer show it. There are
Thank you for
two
laughing
little.
at that, Don. I thought that was hilarious.
There are two little people of color and two little female doctors talking about sharks in those series.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Not enough women.
Well,
Wait.
you know, a lot of the shark attack victims in Jaws were women. Does that count?
No.
No, it needs to be
no,
a
it was in the
pure.
90s. It was different back then.
Let's move on, shall we, to the moment. Speaking of guns, the moment where Hagrid shows up and tells, and rest in peace.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, rest in peace.
That's a great scene in the book.
For the movie.
He was cool.
He's one of J.K.'s handpicked actors.
Yes,
yeah, Robbie Coltrane is really cool.
Yes, you cannot have cast a better person to play Hagrid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty much straight out of the off the page.
Well,
It's a great scene
with that
too.
actor in mind. So
I can't remember in the books in the film are they in an island in the middle of this lake in the film, or is that just the book?
No, it was both. It was in both.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
They're at
it
least
was
out
in the
middle of a large body of water in the movie.
Yes. Yeah. And then they're holed up in this shack the entire time. And Hagrid finally turns up and yeah, it's great.
Dry up, Dursley, you great prune.
Dry up, Dursley, you great prune.
Well, it just and the whole situation with the letters just makes me wonder. Well, why couldn't the wizards just more directly give it to Harry? Like they should be well aware that Vernon and the family were keeping the letters from them.
Dumbledore's an epic troll.
Yeah, Dumbledore's kind of an asshole.
Oh, okay.
For it. I mean,
So many problems in these books could be solved with just Dumbledore telling people things.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There's a bunch of some problems could be solved by Dumbledore just
Not being a fucking asshole.
not existing. That's harsh, but yes.
But love or hate him, everyone. We gotta
Actually,
get one
all
thing.
the problems in this movie could be solved with Dumbledore not bringing Tom Riddle to school, but that's a later movie.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
Say what you would
That
about,
would have solved
say
a
what you would
lot.
about Dumbledore, but give him this. He got style.
He got style.
Yeah.
Of
Well, he
course, they
does.
had the black guy say that.
May not like you, Minister, but you can't deny Dumbledore's got style.
Now in this book, it's one of the other
Oh, my
headmaster portraits that say that. Phineas.
And they just and everybody and Fudge just stares at him balefully, and he's just like, "I hate you for saying that." That kid.
Yeah. Okay, so the whole reason they didn't give the Harry directly to Letter is because Dumbledore just wanted to mess with the Dursleys, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Either that or McGonagall wanted to mess with them.
That seems more like
Whoever's job it is to
Dumbledore
send out the
thing.
letters.
That seems more like a Dumbledore thing because
McGonagall's
is
too
strict.
straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like messing with people, whereas Dumbledore seems more like that. Like someone else said, he's a troll kind of.
He's a bit impish, and that's
Yeah.
reflected in movie 3 at least, where he's saying, "Oh, look at the birds."
Well,
How
to be
is he-
fair, the recast from the guy who played Dumbledore in movies 1 and 2 and the guy they got for 3, very different energy to those gentlemen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Mike.
Wait,
I
they were
had my-
they were
He makes
different.
Dumbledore just a little too serious after the recast.
I didn't know the recast actually. When did that happen?
Richard Harris actually died after
Richard
number
Harris.
2.
He died of leukemia.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, so that's
'cause-
why. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember in Gladiator, he was in Gladiator as well, and they had to cut a lot of scenes because, well, obviously he passed away, of course.
It's a shame. He was a good actor.
Yeah, he's
Tragic
he's
loss.
he's I think my favorite performance of his though is when he's in Count of Monte Cristo where he plays Abiferea.
Ooh, right.
I did like him as Dumbledore, though. It would have been very neat to see him get to some of the more eccentric moments, because his more subdued approach would probably just make it seem even more ridiculous.
Yeah,
At least they did. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
that is true.
Well, ooh, with early 2000s CGI.
Oh God,
God.
no!
He would
Don't remind me of
block.
Don't remind me of Mummy Returns. Don't remind me of that. Christ.
Yeah, it would have been that level of tech CGI. Imagine that for Dumbledore.
Oh God, no!
Oh.
That would be horrifying.
There was a sponsor. I'm looking at trivia things about the movie. Apparently, Robin Williams wanted to play the role of Hagrid.
Robin
And I'm
see
looking
that.
at that and I'm going, no, that would have been a terrible casting choice.
I agree with that. I love Robin Williams, but yeah, he's not a good choice for Hagrid.
Yeah.
No, he should have played Dolores.
Imagine
Mrs.
Dumbledore.
No,
Mrs.
one of Voldemort.
Doubtfire as Dolores Umbridge.
Oh God!
That would have been fantastic.
Imagine him as
Someone needs
Dumbledore.
to edit that. It's like take the trailer, just take all the Dolores parts from the trailer, just replace it with Miss Doubtfire clips.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, we were talking about Hagrid showing up to the Dursleys on their remote island.
Telling that Harry was an orphan.
And to reveal to him that he's a wizard. And Harry's like, what? No, I'm not a wizard. All the magical stuff that have happened in my life, that was just a coincidence.
Yeah, that whole snake
You are
thing.
a wizard, Harry.
The snake thing was an accident.
Yes, indeed.
Apparently in the books, there was a lot more magic stuff going on. Like apparently there was a point where they kept trying to cut his hair, but it just grew back the next day.
Yeah,
Lol.
That's what happened.
Mainly,
They
mainly
only keep the part with the snake in the glass. at the
he
zoo.
freed the snake, and the snake went after Dudley.
Yeah.
Deserved it.
Which
Well,
is
I
all
thought
the
that-
movie really needs. We don't need to go into all that crazy stuff with the movie to get the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like to compare to The Wheel of Time, the first movie, cutting it down to just the disappearing glass worked out just fine, because that's all we really needed.
Yeah.
It's all the magic you need.
Apparently, there was actually a fan theory that the snake was Nagini. Apparently, the snake for Voldemort.
I thought the snake was the companion of Voldemort, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
just I
It was
don't
a fan
know.
theory anyway. Either way, it doesn't matter.
As far as
I
I
think
know, the books never say anything. It's just
Yeah.
She's a random snake. She's a random snake you found in Albania.
You mean, are we doing Voldemort Nagini shipping? Is that what we're doing?
Well, that's considering the weird retcon the Fantastic Beasts did.
Yeah.
That's not actually that far fetched anymore.
wait, hold up. What?
I haven't even seen Fantastic Beasts.
Is he? Oh my god, no.
Yeah, Nagini was a woman apparently, and she can't change back. Apparently.
Okay,
It was
that's-
a
it's so
weird.
fucked up.
It was a weird, stupid change that was made. Pretty much there's no such thing as a good Fantastic Beasts movie. Even the first one is really not good.
no.
Yeah.
Oh
If
my
you read
god.
the original screenplay and what
Are
came
we?
out, afterwards, it's obvious.
But we
like,
should
somebody
probably-
meddled with this movie.
Are we going to
Yeah.
watch the Fantastic Beasts ones when we're
No.
doing?
The Fantastic Beasts
Okay.
movies suck, especially 2 and 3.
But we watched Your Highness though.
I have watched more than Your Highness. I have watched the fucking Rings of Power.
Wait, what?
So I think I can compare it to that probably.
Nagini space junk. Nagini.
Yeah.
Nagini.
Nagini is Horcrux. Spoiler.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it was a ridiculous idea. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
When I first saw that, I was like, what? Why?
Don't ship snakes with big bad evil guy. It's a very bad idea.
Dogs.
Well, actually,
Apologize
there
about
was
dogs from the floor above me.
yeah, that was
Woof.
there was one idea I was curious about for Zeus snake that Harry released. Do you think it would have been interesting if it showed up later and it was his special pet instead of Hedwig?
No.
No.
I still get the fucking snake confused with the other snake that is in the last battle
It's
fight.
not
or I
the
believe.
same snake, Johan.
But
It's,
it looks like the same snake.
There's different patterning. It's also a different species. Nagini, I don't even know what kind of species Nagini is supposed to be because she's both large and poisonous.
In the books, Nagini is described as a gigantic snake.
Isn't she a cobra?
She's a
She's
no
an
pro.
anaconda of some sort.
Well,
she doesn't feel like a big snake though.
Because Nagini is the name of a cobra. Nog and Nagini are the name of a cobra in Rikki Tikki Tavi.
her being basically a squib who can turn into an animal, but will slowly lose her ability to. It's kind of weird. Nagini, I think, is just kind of a made-up snake species because she's both large and poisonous.
She's just a giant magical snake. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Big
a no
chunky
pro.
snake.
She's an enormous cobra, then, I guess.
There's no descriptions of her having the flares or hood of a cobra. She's mostly described as kind of like she looks like a big anaconda.
Okay, because I'm
The
getting
books never go deep into what it describes, like no coloration, no any of that sort. She's just described as a massive snake. Like
Okay,
so she could unbelievably massive.
Okay, so she took the name from the name of one of the snakes, the cobras in Rikki Tikki Tavi, but it's not necessarily a cobra, even though the name comes from the name of a cobra.
Yeah.
Okay.
The description is vague, but it's a large poisonous snake. And poisonous snakes don't tend to be that big, as big as she's describing having Nagini to be.
Yeah.
Why could it not?
So go
Well,
on.
to be fair, it's a world of magic. Voldemort
Yeah, I was
could have
gonna
just
say,
taken a little snake, a little poisonous snake, and made it really big, or he could have taken a big snake and made it really poisonous.
Yeah, possibly. Since he needed snake venom for the potion that kept him alive. I imagine that potion probably tasted absolutely vile.
Yeah.
Probably killed him.
Well, I mean,
He could be into that.
Unless you can put flavoring in it, maybe it comes in vanilla, strawberry, chocolate.
Yeah, I guess
patty.
that's what happens when you add unicorn blood to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, here's
I
a fun,
forgot about that.
Here's a fun trivia thing. Richard Harris only agreed to take the part of Dumbledore after his 11-year-old granddaughter threatened to never speak to him again.
Oh, wow!
Patrick
that's a-
McGowan.
McGonagall.
No, Patrick McGoohan
Magoohan.
was originally offered the role, but had turned it down due to health reasons.
Whose granddaughter never spoke to the actor who played Voldemort? Not Voldemort. Dumbledore again?
What?
What was that about? Was that what Dumbledore's actor's daughter never speaking to him again? What
His
was that?
11-year-old granddaughter threatened to never speak to him again.
If he didn't
Wow,
take the
That's
role
actually
of
kind of
Dumbledore.
sweet.
Base
It's,
but sweet, yeah.
I think a similar thing happened with Voldemort. Refined.
But why did she threaten not to speak to him again?
Because she's 11.
But
She
why?
was like,
What did
because
he do?
she wanted him to play Dumbledore because he was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, and then she got to brag to all her friends at school. My grandpa's Dumbledore.
Shut up.
No way.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Well, I can imagine her being. I can imagine the bullying that she would get too.
I don't know if she would get bullied about it.
Probably not.
Probably
Your
not,
grandpa
no.
is Dumbledore.
I think it's
Dumbledore.
probably that much considering he died a couple years later.
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
Oh no! Don't get count the
Fucking
inspiration for
nerds.
Harry Potter again. No.
Don't give.
Potter.
All right. So after that, we go to see Diagon Alley, and after Harry decides to say, "No, I probably should leave these people. It's probably going to be better for me." And
It doesn't take much persuasion.
No, it really doesn't.
No. So they leave, grab his stuff, and we meet Professor Quirrell, played by, I didn't realize this, Father Bayoka from The Last Kingdom, the greatest television series that has ever been or will be. Fight me. And he was cast perfectly. I was very surprised at how well his performance holds up all these years later.
Is it the one in the one shop?
He's the guy,
No,
guy
it's on
with
the
turban.
van.
Professor Quill's the one with the turban.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the
that guy
casting
was
in
amazing.
The casting in this movie is on point. It's just bang, bang.
Mhm.
Everybody
Mhm.
feels perfect for their roles.
Oh, that reminds me of another small book and movie change I heard about, or change from adaptation. So I think in the books, when Harry first met Professor Quirrell, they shook hands. But in the movie, that Quirrell refuses to shake Harry's hand. So that's like foreshadowing that he's got Voldemort on the back of his head.
Yeah.
But in the book, if it was going based on the books, Voldemort wouldn't have been attached to Quirrell at the time.
Which doesn't make any sense. No, wait, actually it's true because it's specifically stated in the books Voldemort possessed him after Quirrell failed to get the stone from Gringotts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a neat movie change I enjoy because it gives some more foreshadowing that it's actually Quirrell who has the connection to Voldemort, because a lot of stuff later, it's like they're using Snape as a red herring, and Quirrell's usually in the background when that's going on. But having the extra bit with Quirrell near the beginning also adds more stuff for attentive audiences to notice.
Quick question. Then that is also where he gets after he shakes the hand. That is also where the bartender is, right? Where the dude is like, "Who is this man that we're not supposed to speak his name to?" Right?
Yeah, I think that's when Harry learns that you're not supposed to say the name Voldemort. Sorry, I've been going on too much about Voldemort.
Yes.
Voldemort.
That's like.
You.
Oh, that is such an iconic. That's such an iconic. How do you say that
Quote?
scene? No, a scene. You know, everybody looks up like, oh, "You're saying it," and then in my country, in my country, they even had like a meme with it, like,
I think
this
that's
guy
just a
is also
yours,
gay.
because It's Hagrid in
This guy
Harry
is
having
gay.
a conversation.
God, just like you, Harry. It's great.
He's not
Never-
evil because he likes the metric system a lot more. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, that is evil. So Volt. So what was I going to say about it? All right. Snape. We're supposed to think in the books. We're meant to think Snape is the enemy because Snape hates Harry so much.
Yeah.
And
He's just a prick. That's all,
That is
folks.
Snape's role in every movie and book. It's just like it might be Snape, but it's never Snape.
Well,
No.
except
Unless it actually is
looks
Snape.
like sort of. It looks like sort of, but not. If you know what I mean.
I think that he kind of is just an awful person after the first one. They don't really suspect him of like evil doings in the
Well,
other
maybe-
ones.
They
I
think
think
it's
this
in
is
the
the
fourth
third film.
one.
Yeah, the third
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
The fourth and the fifth one really play it up, and then the sixth one happens, and then the seventh one is his thing. And Snape's just a terrible person throughout the entirety of the series.
Yeah.
He reminds me of my English teacher.
Wow, your English
Always
teacher
being
must
a
have been
fucking
evil.
asshole. Yeah, he's a
That must
fucking
be-
asshole.
That must mean a riot. Yeah, Snape is not a good person. Even though he is on the good side, he's not a good person. He's a bully.
You did
Yeah.
got good grades. Well, too bad. I could not read it. I could not read it correctly. Here's a 6.
Oh, even if you get good grades, he still is an awful person, like how he
Yeah.
behaves with Hermione.
He'll
Deliberately
take
on
off points from
Harry.
Gryffindor for this and that, and then Slytherin just gets away with it.
Yeah, like Snape, he basically mistreats Harry throughout the whole series out of a grudge because of Harry's dad was a bully towards him. Because that just makes it all better.
Also,
Well,
he
yeah.
uses Neville to the degree that he is his greatest fear.
Oh, that's true.
That's true,
Neville
yeah.
fears Snape more than anything else in the world. That is very, very telling.
Yeah.
Why, actually?
Because he's abusive, verbally abusive toward Neville.
So here's the odd thing: Snape, for reasons of his past history, Snape hates the word mudblood, and he complains that Phineas, I think his name is Phineas,
Phineas
That's
Nigellus
sarcastic.
Black.
yeah, the sarcastic headmaster, complains when he uses mudblood, but then Draco yells out in book 2, "You'll be getting it next, mudbloods or something," and Snape doesn't react at all that I remember.
No, he doesn't. It's one of the inconsistencies in J.K.'s writing.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wasn't there at the time.
He kind of
I think
forgot
so.
about the whole damn thing. Yeah.
So basically,
Oh.
Snape is Danny.
Yeah.
How about Hermione was? Because she's a very soon in this film.
I mean, it makes more sense for Hermione to be Danny.
Yeah.
It's
You
always what
know,
we least expect.
Snape, better written character than Danny.
Yeah.
Oh
You're
God,
right.
yes. I mean, Snape is really well written, actually, in the books. To be fair,
I would agree.
yeah.
I also really like the goblins. They were also well written. The goblins
Remember
of the
Spew?
the goblins of the gold bank.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah, Willow really let it go. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's actually
they-
cool that it was all one actor playing, or at least
Really?
like the major
Yeah.
goblin character. All the major goblin characters is just Warwick Davis playing him.
awesome. Well, they felt a little bit of how do you say, when I watched it the first time, I was very scared of them because they looked very Arthurian and very disgusting. Let's put it that way. But I think that is also why they look like that, because they were goblins. But man, those things gave me the creeps.
They're creepy, yeah.
They did remind me of.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's just say that's dumb and move on.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
That's dumb and move on.
Yep.
That was
Dumb, and let's move on.
dumb and unfounded.
Oh, you mean the key, and then every single fucking click. I actually quite find it satisfying to watch. seeing the door opening.
You're such
like
a
very
sweet
late.
and innocent person, Johan.
What? Oh, I am. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I like doors opening magically too.
Yeah, I like it too.
Indeed.
Oh, also, Rolling was a Nazi.
Well, in this day and age, everyone's a Nazi. Get over it.
Yeah, except the
Oh,
painter in
yeah.
Austria.
Yeah. And yet actual Nazis like Movie Bob don't suffer any consequences for the insane bigotry they spout because it's just
No, they
directed
don't.
at the right people.
Wait, that guy still exists? Oh,
Yes, he does.
God damn it.
Unfortunately.
So anyway,
Yeah. So back to the plot. We see Harry go to Hogwarts and meet Ron, who is okay in the movies. I like Rupert Grint's performance. He plays a morky teenager very, very well.
Yeah.
the castle looks really cool too.
Yeah, the castle is very, 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 very just perfectly constructed.
I was very jealous of the fucking food that was on the tables.
Oh,
Calm down. Yeah, but the
food
castle's
does
just the
look
model.
good.
don't be, because it rotted within hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
the heat of the stage light rotted the food.
Oh.
Within 2 hours.
But
So-
the food wouldn't have rotted if Johan had been able to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could have gotten through that.
You know,
the four
there are
tables
also
pretty
trolls
quickly.
in that goddamn dungeon, so I would
Just
imagine we
moving
like,
around.
you know,
So
stomping
much.
around and eating
We're not
everything.
even a third of the way through the first movie.
Yeah, let's just
Let's just
speed
keep
up.
going.
Yeah, we meet first Ron, and then we meet Hermione, who is very, very an overachiever in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I agree.
Nerd.
And she probably also has Asperger's or something.
Did you know that
please
I...
don't.
I don't think she has Asperger's so much as she is slightly on the spectrum.
Yeah,
I
somewhere on
don't
the
think she's
spectrum.
on the spectrum. I believe she's just an overachiever.
A very high
enough.
intelligence overachiever.
Well,
Yeah.
her parents are dentists. Dentists don't tend to be very academically driven people. At least anybody in the medical industry is that way.
What, academically driven? Wow. I expected, dentist people to be like, I need to study for my next exam.
I mean,
But,
to be
okay.
fair, she's raised in the Muggle world, like Harry. So her way to find out about this new world where she's been introduced to is via books and reading and studying. So
Mhm.
she has like maybe she's overcompensating a bit.
Yep.
You're compensating for something?
There's some wonderful questions I have about the fact of non-magical kids going to Hogwarts. Do they just get a letter one day?
I think so, yeah.
I mean,
So-
Harry did.
Yeah.
Why would
No, because
anybody
that.
believe
So go on.
the letter though?
Maybe they have a wizard show up and hand it to them personally, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, does somebody from like the Ministry of Education come down? It's like,
Wait.
hello, Mr. and Mrs. Granger. I am blah. I am poorly
I'm
named
Charles
person.
Xavier.
I'm here to tell you your daughter is actually a witch. We need to burn her immediately.
No, wouldn't it be awesome if Charles Xavier just coming up, just came onto the house and says, "Your child is a wizard."
Well, nobody expected the Spanish Inquisition to come this soon.
Well, in the case of the X-Men, it's like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. That explains all the spikes coming out of the body.
Ah, she's a mutant. Ah, I didn't know. Ah.
What, are we in Mistborn now?
no, we're in the X-Men.
Oh,
Nyaxman. Nyaxman.
I got confused
Or,
by
I guess-
the hoo-has, the spikes.
Ooh, wow.
Well, I mean, there was that guy in X-Men 3, I think, who had spikes coming out of his face. That was apparently a powerful mutation.
Oh, the guy that had poisonous spikes. Yeah, that was funny. The Fugu Fish Man.
Let's not talk about the abomination that was X-Men 3.
What? I like the bloody damn fucking bridge getting used as a weapon.
Oh yeah, it was a neat.
So yeah, I mean, there's a contradiction in the books when it comes to the Muggle thing, because most of these wizards like have no notion about what the Muggle world is like, and how can that be if there are all these people from Muggle backgrounds at Hogwarts?
Right, like you'd think a Muggle-born witch or wizard would be the perfect person to put in a position for like what Ron's dad does, Muggle studies. Like, why do you?
He is Department of Misuse of Muggle artifacts.
But but he doesn't. He needs to be told. He needs to be told how to use a telephone.
He doesn't even know what a rubber duck is.
Yeah.
It makes sense that Hagrid doesn't know like things about the Muggle world. He's kind of depicted as kind of like an idiot. And
He's
a
also
gamekeeper on Hogwarts.
Yeah, he's also basically just lives at Hogwarts and has never gone anywhere else.
And he's undereducated. He's not exactly an idiot, but he's undereducated.
He's undereducated. He doesn't need to know about this stuff for his daily life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he raises dragons.
But the books make many statements over and over that there's barely any wizards who are pure blood, so they have no excuse. It also has another question: is like, are wizards considered British citizens?
Well, for sure,
get
the
to
British
vote?
Parliament, the British Muggle Parliament, is aware that there are witches and wizards.
Yes.
Only the Prime Minister.
Which, okay, so just the Prime Minister, yes.
Yes.
But that raises the questions: are there any witches and wizards in Parliament?
There probably are.
Maybe.
Are they actually secretly controlling everything?
But speaking of
How
Parliament,
deep does this rabbit hole go? Because there's other
Speaking
wizards
of-
all around the world. What
speaking
about
of
the United
Parliament-
States?
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. Speaking of Parliament, though, does the magic world have a parliament, or is it just a minister? Is it
It's
just
just the ministry, it seems like.
Yes, true. Yeah.
is the minister elected, or how does he get chosen?
Elected, and it seems by popular vote.
It's actually weirder.
Oh
A
god.
deer elects him.
Oh yeah. Oh God, no, you're right. That. Oh
Did you
God,
say
that
a deer, like antlers
a
and
deer.
stuff? How does that even work?
Basically, this deer is magic, and it's only born every once in a while. And when a new minister is going to be chosen, it goes up to the person that's pure of heart.
Bullshit.
Why did it choose Fudge then?
Why did it choose Fudge and Scrimger?
I have no idea. J.K. Rowling just made that weirdness up.
I think
And-
a lot of the stuff that's introduced in Pottermore is just her trolling over
No, this
questions.
is in the
she's never-
movie. This is in one of the movies.
It's in the fucking movie?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts 3 that she
Yeah, she's just
wrote.
writing bullshit at this point.
Yeah, she is writing BS at this point. Yeah.
I think it
But,
all started with the Dumbledore is gay.
Aren't there like globs of people who are pure of heart than Fudge or whoever the other chap was who came after Fudge? Not to mention Voldemort.
It's a think. It's lol. Is this House of the Dragon? What?
I have
House
no
of the
idea.
Dragon. That whole stag thing was a mistake. It was a waste of time that should not have been in the show.
The
I
stag.
don't know.
Oh boy.
There's a point in the sixth book, the prologue is that Fudge is going to talk to the Prime Minister. Does the Minister of Magic answer to the Prime Minister?
So here's a
Or
question.
is it the other way around? Has there
I
been a
don't
Prime
know.
Minister that's launched an investigation into the wizard world?
And is
What about
the,
during the times during the World Wars? England
And that
was
deer-
basically on the front lines during those
Let's
times.
Balerion had something to say.
I'm sorry I keep interrupting though, because there are a lot of us when I get excited. Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say, does the deer get bribed? Can the deer get bribed?
Well, it can get zombified, eyed and manipulated
Yeah.
into doing it. That's Grindelwald's whole plan.
Okay, I'm just going to assume anything that came after the first 7 books is non-canon.
That
Or
makes sense.
is just lunacy.
Yeah.
Space
Lord,
junk. Oh god.
That is probably true, actually. A gun is probably way more effective than a wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a secret war that's going on here between the Ministry of Magic and I don't know what the British Special Forces would be.
M5
I think
or something?
MI5, MI6.
Something like that. Yeah. Is there a James Bond Harry Potter crossover where they have to capture an international wizard criminal?
Will be fun, you know.
Yeah, that would be fun actually. Yeah.
Imagine how unuseful fucking wands are. You need to first tell the spell, and then the other guy's like, boom.
No, I can absolutely believe the spells are useful. Just
And
use
now I'm
summoning charm on a
imagining-
nuke.
Now I'm imagining Harry Potter grows up and becomes like this Lothario and seduces all these Russian spy ladies.
I want to watch that movie, actually. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I see.
Wizard
happening.
Playboy.
Yeah. With the theme music too.
Oh, it could be a Lockhart spin-off.
Oh, that's hilarious. That would be
Oh, God, help us.
Yeah. Gilderoy Lockhart, James Bond.
Okay.
My name is Jerry
Yeah, let's get
Piotr.
on track, please.
Other things that happen. Draco Malfoy, they meet. Harry gets sorted into Gryffindor at his request, or at least he says not Slytherin.
Yeah.
You
He
then
doesn't get expelled, but instead he goes to the cool dudes.
Well,
So
you know,
resistance.
Slytherin's just the house for all the evil people. I mean, everyone in Slytherin's evil.
Then who is joining in Hufflepuff? What kind of use is that kind of faction then, huh?
Well,
Gryffindor's the brave and the
so the
bold,
fat
Ravenclaw's the smart, Slytherin's the ambitious, Hufflepuff is literally everyone else.
Hufflepuff
Yay!
are just and loyal. They're just and loyal.
Which leads me to believe that Hufflepuff must be the largest house.
Yeah.
probably is.
Oh my.
So Harry's resistance to the Minister of Magic was a color revolution controlled by the CIA. The space junk.
Is it color revolution or cover revolution?
He says color. That's what he says in the thing.
Well, I know. I'm just wondering if he misspelled it.
He might have. I don't know.
Well, you know, one person's spelling mistakes are another person's inspiration.
Indeed. It was all an inside job after all.
Yeah.
It was not Harry Potter,
Well.
it was Harry Piotr. Da.
Hey, Piotr.
Harry Piotr.
Harry Piotr?
I am Harry Piotr. I am definitely British.
I am
No,
British person. I am British person.
Oh no! Now I'm seeing Boris and Natasha.
Oh god. Oh, Hermione's Black Widow.
I play the Quidditch. I go and catch the golden snitch.
Oh, no, getting off topic. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yes.
Other things of significance that happen.
Yeah,
The troll fight. Yeah, the troll fight where that kind of solidifies their
In the girls'
personality.
bathroom. Don't forget that.
Draco Malfoy looks perfect in the films.
Oh, absolutely.
I would definitely agree.
Yep.
Tom Felton is
Yes.
perfectly cast.
Tom Felton loved this role.
I can
Trivia
imagine.
bit. Tom Felton did not read any of the Harry Potter books before auditioning. At the audition, Columbus was asking each contender for the role of Malfoy what his favorite part of the book was. When it was his turn, Felton said his favorite part of the book was the part at Gringotts, which is what the previous contender had just said. Columbus saw through it very quickly and thought it was very funny. And that's what he got. That's how he got the role.
Nice.
Trolling away for the top. Look at it.
That
now.
is
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I think maybe Tom Felton might have gotten it better. Would have been funnier if he said, "No, I just didn't read the book because I don't like Harry Potter."
I don't like Harry Potter.
And it would have been. You are perfect for this role.
I'm reading a book by him.
Okay,
Before
okay.
Draco
This is completely
Malfoy,
off topic. Has anyone
I'm not
has
gonna
anyone
read-
seen Red Dwarf?
No.
Red
Oh,
Dwarf.
It is
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, so if you if you know who Cat, if you know the actor who played Cat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I forget the actor's name at the top of my head. But apparently the actor who was going to play Cat turned up to an audition late, but he played it all cool and suave. And on that precipice alone, he got the part of playing a cat. It makes more sense in context, of course, but yeah.
Similar thing happened with Samuel Tarly, actor. He was
Yeah.
late to his audition, but he did so well that they let him do it, even though the producers had no idea how the casting process worked, and they just did everything themselves.
And it wasn't his fault. He got stuck on public transit. It wasn't his fault, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah, he was. Poor guy was having significant bad day.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
It's the bot again. Begone, Tot. Begone.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was just we were all yelling at you at once, quite large. Sorry about that.
I know. I saw them before you did.
What?
How dare you?
Lord and Savior saved us again.
That's non-blasphemy.
So, I am your Lord, and I am your Savior only from bots.
Indeed.
Well, hey, that's really the only thing that matters, right? I mean, Russian bots, they're responsible for everything.
Yeah, including
It's the bot life for us.
Yeah, including why The Last Jedi is so bad, because they clearly programmed Ryan Johnson to make it that bad.
So you guys know what a color revolution is, right? Actually, no.
No, I've never heard of a color revolution.
Never heard of it.
Well,
That's
unless the color revolution is a setting on Photoshop, wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, there was the orange revolution in the Ukraine, I guess.
Probably.
We also had the red one back in the 80s.
Is that so?
Yep, indeed.
Kitty cat does like its stuff.
See you later.
Okay,
after
bye, Crow.
After that, they start investigating the Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on whether you're American or Brit.
It's the Sorcerer's Stone done. Let's not beat around the bush. Americans can't read.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't read.
Well, Americans just don't understand alchemy. That's all.
I still find it very confusing.
Think highly of Americans. Let's be honest.
Well, what are you talking about? Alchemy is one of my favorite skills to invest in the Elder Scrolls.
It's similar to how they wanted to change the Northern Lights to the Golden Compass in America. It's a similar problem.
Wait, what? The Golden Compass changed it back to the Northern Light?
No, the Northern Light was the original title for the books, for the various document materials, if I'm assuming done.
It was the first book, was the Northern Lights, because of what happens specifically at the end, where a young child is murdered in order to split open a portal in space-time.
What the fuck? Okay, I only remember the Golden Compass to be, about children that people are connected towards a spirit animal, a soul-like spirit animal, and then they get split apart, and then there is a machine that can separate them both, which is very fucked up.
All I remember is little girl riding polar bear.
Polar bear can talk. Don't remember. Polar bear can talk.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
He was
You're
also
not
drunk.
missing anything. Everything about that series is just
So-
awful. It's not very good.
Harry Potter has made his way to Hogwarts, and everything looks spiffy. And he meets the ghosts and this and that.
Oh, the bitch. Yeah. The whiny bitch. Yeah, I got killed by somebody.
And stuff happens. And let's see.
There's a Quidditch game. He learns how to play Quidditch after.
Quidditch looks cool too.
It does. It's probably extremely dangerous, though.
Oh, the chess game. Yeah.
I mean, it's not real. I mean, it's not real. They're not really doing it in the air.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
would be
it's a virtual
curious.
simulation.
I would be curious what their safety measures are for Quidditch, because falling off a broom would be fatal at that height, I'd assume.
What we know in the third, I believe in the third book or the third film, there's arresto momentum, which is able to levitate someone off the ground just briefly before they fall on the ground. But outside that, that's it really.
I think Harry does fall in the second one, doesn't he? Doesn't he break his arm?
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah, but what I mean by from high vantages, high in the air, after the Dementors literally just terrified him.
Well, we're sucking his soul out.
Yeah, that's my mistake. Sorry.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't really need your soul.
No, that's what the devil always says as well, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. You guys have reassured me.
Yeah, you can just be rich and then
ninja.
In the end.
Yeah, give me your souls, everybody, for I am clearly the devil of these streams.
Oh God, no, you can't have those souls. There are limits. If you had a choice, it had to be either done or Satan grab our souls. One or the other had to get our souls. We all rushed to hell immediately in a frenzy of fear.
Yeah, but with Harry being good at Quidditch, it's just one of the Mary Sue traits he immediately has.
It's actually really funny. Have I shown you guys the Teddy's story joint?
No.
No.
Okay.
I've never heard of Teddy's story joint.
It's actually really funny. It's a skip by Studio C, and it has J.K. Rowling and George Lucas in it. It's really funny. Let me show you, actually. I'll skip specifically to the
They didn't win the ball game, right? The flying broom ball game. They didn't win it the first time.
They got it. Right? So basically, the premise is they sell plots and characters.
Oh, I saw this. Okay.
Hi, Teddy. I'd like a protagonist. White, teenage male. Everyone calls him the chosen one.
Ooh, I'll have what he's having.
And how would you like him cooked?
Let's go with never knew his parents, raised by his aunt and uncle, trained by a wise old man.
Yes, I want it.
Anything on the side?
How about possesses powers he doesn't know about, great at flying, super whiny.
I will get the same, thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Can I get a small, ordinary object with the Dark Lord's soul inside it?
Oh, actually, we just sold our last one to Mr. Tolkien.
Muggles.
Oh.
Great. Now 2 huge sagas are going to have the exact same main characters.
Harry wears glasses.
That's actually really good. That's actually really
Well, that also actually gets a little bit funnier, because did you guys play Final Fantasy 12?
No.
No.
Oh, well, you don't. If you've seen A New Hope, you don't need to. It's basically Star Wars.
Oh.
Oh, good to know.
Do they have lightsabers?
No, they don't have lightsabers. They have magical nukes.
Well, disappointing still. Lightsabers are a must. That's why you have Yoda in Soul Calibur 4. And Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader and Yoda. It's amazing.
Yoda. Get them Yoda.
Yoda.
All right. Yeah. Let's.
Back to the plot we must.
Yeah, back to the plot.
Yeah. Finally, after Hermione finds out, oh, my light reading has the answer. She finds out.
I love that. It's like a big honking book
Yeah,
like,
it's
War and
this-
Peace-sized book, and it's just basically that's light reading for you, Hermione. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I
God.
checked this
War
out
and
months
Peace,
ago
that-
for a bit of light reading. Plops it on the
Light?
table.
Yeah.
Very audible thump.
Yeah.
Ron incredulously just to make it all the more absurd. This is light.
It's just beach reading, you know.
Well, you know, you bring it to the beach, you read it
just
a
something
couple of
small for the
pages,
afternoon.
then some sand goes over it, and you're gonna hate it all the time.
There's actually a very amusing story. The director of the third movie asked the three main characters to write an essay about each of their characters, and Emma Watson put in I think like something like 10
6
or
pages.
12 6-page essay. Danny Radcliffe did 1 or 2, and then
One
Rupert
page
Grint-
the day of.
1 page the day of, and Rupert Grint
never
just
did
didn't. Yeah, he never did it, which was just like perfect. They all understand it perfectly.
Yes. I love that. Oh,
I mean, they're the
miss
perfect
that.
cast for these characters. They really are.
Yeah, exactly. I miss that about these kinds of films, especially these film series in general, because you just get that very wholesome camaraderie between actors to characters, and I still love it. Ugh, miss that.
And,
And then the Dark Times game.
It's so sad.
Yep.
Well,
The
here's
Dark
the
Age
thing:
game
Daisy
for
Ridley
movies.
is Rey, but bears nothing to either of them. So,
Yep.
And that's more of a shame for Daisy Ridley.
yeah.
She's a decent actress. I've seen her in. Well, she's in Orient Express. I think she was decent in that, but other than that, it's just no.
She's mostly just picked like lame projects.
Yeah.
I wasn't terribly impressed with her in the Hoo-Ha sequel trilogy.
Nobody's
another
impressed
fun
by
fact,
anybody.
The
She had
child
an arc in
actors
that
and
film?
actresses.
Mhm.
The child actors and actresses would do their actual schoolwork in the movie to make the school setting more real.
Amazing.
Wait, they didn't get time off school while they were filming? Like,
no, they don't.
No, they didn't.
Actors
Actually, no.
don't get-
Sorry, go on.
They're usually private tutors that teach children actors.
Yeah,
Wow.
Grant, this is completely off topic, but I believe in Prince Caspian, the Caspian Lucy was still in secondary school at that time, I believe.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one of the bonus features of the film, and she was still working on her exams at that time. I don't know for certain though. Well, she was
Child
filming the
actors
film,
probably
yeah.
have like one of the worst lives ever because they have so much going on.
Yeah.
It is not a glamorous life to be a child's actor.
No.
But by the way,
well, some can make it work.
Wasn't not Harry like, you know, when after the what is it, the broom tossing, capturing the flying ball, didn't they go to the dark library with the invisible cloak or something like
Invisibility
that?
cloak, yep.
Yeah.
Christmas goes around and Dumbledore sends Harry his father's invisibility
I
cloak.
still remember it correctly.
Yeah, he
Take
said
that.
He
Ah.
got a license to commit multiple felonies / robberies.
Yeah.
That was a nice scene, though.
Oh, it was a very nice scene, but it's basically just no. If you gave this to a child, they would use this to rob banks.
Imagine
Well, they
Dudley.
would use the kitchen probably.
Imagine Dudley
Probably.
with an invisibility cloak.
Oh God.
I more think
Famines
they
have
would.
struck all of England, and nobody knows why.
I think they would have abused it to look at the women.
Oh Jesus.
How many scenes in the books are there where Ron and Harry are sneaking into the women's bathroom?
Well, the bad news is he's looking at porn. The good news is at least he's not destroying the economy of England, of Britain.
Yep. Thank God for porn.
Is he looking at porn or is he looking at women? live women dressing and undressing. As
Yes.
being a sex offender.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
it's not a
pretty
sex
much,
offender
yeah.
if they cannot see it.
Well, according to the books, there is enchantments to keep the boys out of the girls' dormitory.
Oh, that would be a very smart idea.
Stairs
Yeah.
turn into a slide. However,
Yeah,
the women are
that's
allowed into
smart.
the boys' dormitory. So
What?
You know, if it weren't for double standards, some people wouldn't have any.
to be fair, the book does call it a double standards because the old masters of Hogwarts believed that girls were more trustworthy than boys.
Yeah, we know the girls would never do anything like that.
Yeah.
I think I have seen enough scenarios where that is not the case, but okay.
But I also would like to point out this enchantment is not applied to any of the bathrooms.
Okay.
Also, that's why Salazar Zimmerman put the basilisk in there. He's an absolute creep.
I mean, Ron and Harry keep going to the girls' room, restroom.
Well, you know,
There's a reason why they had to get the juice.
According to one garbage guide I saw to Harry Potter, Salazar Slytherin, he was just obsessed with all kinds of snakes, you know, real snakes, trouser snakes, all the snakes. And he didn't want people to think he was weird, so he decided to do all that stuff about pure blood supremacy, so that way people wouldn't think he was strange.
And it worked. There's nothing weird about Slytherin.
And that's how you get Yanti purebloods, people. Easy. Snakes. Snake people. Snakes everywhere.
Snakes.
Don't walk them until you've tried them.
Yeah, why does it have to be snakes on the plane? God damn it. Could you imagine it?
Oh god, I can imagine like Samuel Jackson in Hogwarts against the
I'm tired of
basilisk.
all these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking school.
Let's see. We'd reached Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christmas is when Harry gets his license to break school rules from the principal himself.
Yeah.
I guess that's more proof that Dumbledore is just a giant troll.
And then they're gonna play live chess, if I'm correct, when they fall down into a very creepy place with tentacle porn.
That's,
you're right.
That's at the end of the movie, Johan. You're jumping ahead a bit.
I'm
It sounds
sorry.
like anime. Now that you said that way, it sounds like an anime thing.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's a Harry Potter anime. I mean, they turned Hitler into an anime.
Oh god, yeah.
Did they?
Hitler around the world. Your best friend. Your best painter.
Can we stay on the pot, please, for a second?
And then after that, they do have a moment where they are accidentally sent to the fourth floor corridor, and they see a freaking giant
Cerberus, shall we say?
Giant
How would you say that?
Cerberus.
Yeah.
Cerberus, yeah. That's essentially what he is.
Isn't he asleep by that music?
No, that's later in the film.
Yeah, they end up talking to Hagrid about what they saw, and then Hagrid's the one who spills the beans that, oh no, Fluffy's harmless, just play some music and he falls right asleep. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I should not have mentioned that.
I shouldn't have.
No.
Yeah. Again, as much as that is bad writing, I love that delivery with the actor. He's just like, oh, you're such a lovable goofball, aren't you?
That meme. There is where it came from. I should not have said that.
Wouldn't it be a ride if Hagrid became the headmaster?
There would be no Hogwarts standing within 3 days. He would overrun it with giant monsters.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention
Every
Harry
class is
and
care for magical creatures.
yeah, we forgot to mention Harry and Ron's detention though, because like Hagrid asked them to help them out with their. No, Hermione did. Oh yeah, no wait, she did. But anyway, Hagrid asked the kids to help him out with his dragon problem, and then they did, and then they got spotted being outside of their dorm after hours, so they were all sent to detention, where they were forced to go into the Forbidden Forest. So
As with Draco as well.
It's Draco. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All four
and
of you
so
will be receiving petition. What? But I didn't do anything. You're out of bed, Draco. You little snitch.
well, and then that's just the weird part about the punishment. It's like their punishment is to go into a place that they're not supposed to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it not the spider forest?
It's the same
yeah,
spider forest. That just doesn't. Spiders weren't in that forest until book 2.
Ah, okay, thank God, because they were scary.
It's only when the expansion pack happened. That's when the spiders came in.
The DLC.
Fucking frostbite.
The Forbidden
Fucking
Forest
frostbite
DLC.
spiders.
Yeah,
So
and
it's-
then
I guarantee that's going to be DLC in the new
It's
Harry
Forbidden
Potter.
Forest, Forbidden Forest 2.0.
Electric
and-
Boogaloo.
and it's because of the detention that Harry gets to see Voldemort drinking unicorn blood right from the tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And they do find out that there's an evil beyond the cairn of young children, and they discover that they have to be the ones to take care of this. So they decide to go after Quirrell. After Snape, as they think that it is, because Snape's been acting sus.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really hard to do when you're literally dressed in black and with the potion master, of course.
And you are abusive towards children. I've played
That too.
Pokemon. I know that when people are abusive, that they can't be trusted.
That too.
Yeah, fucking Magikarp. Why didn't it not involve correctly? God damn it.
Because they're bad.
Yep. Yep. And then they attack. They find out that the villain behind, after going through a series of challenges, including flying key challenge.
Yeah, they did change it a little bit from the
plan.
book.
It has changed a little bit. The number of
Yeah.
teachers are shortened.
And
Yeah,
the
and then-
potion is also
Yeah.
removed.
The
Yeah, that was in the
potion
video
patrol-
game, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
On the Game Boy Color.
Bum bum bum.
But well, one thing is the whole question of, oh, why didn't they just go talk to Dumbledore? On the night they assume that Snape is going to do his evil thing and go after the stone, they learn that Dumbledore is not going to be in this, or Dumbledore has left the school grounds for reasons.
Dun,
So
dun,
that's,
dun.
and they don't feel like they can trust any of the other teachers, like McGonagall or Quirrell. I mean, they don't know Quirrell's the bad guy, but you know, they don't trust him. They decide not to trust him either, or Madam Hooch. It's all about the hooch.
So, in the books, I think in the books they do try to explain to Professor McGonagall, but she sticks to the rules.
Yeah.
They also do that in the film as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, that,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
They
that's
did.
how they figured out Dumbledore wasn't at the school.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That was in the film
McGonagall's.
as well. You're right. My apologies.
That reminds me of an earlier scene. McGonagall's, the actress's delivery when she's telling them 50 points each.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maggie Smith.
Maggie
Oh,
Smith was perfect.
beautiful choice.
Yeah.
She's
You
great.
could not cast a finer actress.
Mm.
Yeah, she was pretty much perfect as McGonagall.
Yeah.
Nobody could have done a better job than
Actually,
her.
the funny thing is, well, I don't know if this is for the entire series or just Deathly Hallows, but she had cancer during filming.
Oh.
Yeah, she did.
No, she's-
Also, the actress who played Narcissa Malfoy is also.
Oh, yeah.
She passed away a little bit ago. She
Yeah.
had breast cancer as well. Only it was more fatal than Maggie Smith's case.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since she was great in Peaky Blinders. She's one of the best parts of
Indeed.
that show.
Well, I haven't seen the show, but I heard some good things about it from my sister.
Yeah, it's a pretty freaking awesome series. But after that, we see the confrontation between Harry and Voldemort. And we haven't mentioned the Mirror of Erised, but it's very much a pivotal part of Harry in this movie where he sees his parents for the first time due to the magic of the mirror.
Oh yeah, and then that was like a very major plot point that we completely skipped over. But Harry found the mirror in one part of the school and kept visiting it, and then it got moved suddenly. Anyway, go on. Question.
Then Dumbledore shows up when Harry is doing it again, right?
Yeah,
yes, they make multiple trips to the mirrors, like 4 trips to the mirrors before Dumbledore steps in.
And says, the mirror is bad.
Because
Well,
it
it's
shows
not
your
bad.
deepest desire, right? And then
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily bad. It just shows you a future that you can see or you want to see exactly. If that makes any sense.
And then some people
it shows
spend
your
their whole
heart's greatest desire, but doesn't give it
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
Yeah,
so you
and
just
then
want to stare at the mirror and not you lose like your purpose in life. You just want to stare at the mirror.
yeah, it's just like a video game.
Dear
Well,
God.
attention to Dudley
Something
then.
a little bit ago about the mirror and the trivia stuff.
So staring at that mirror will turn you into Dudley.
No,
speaking of-
it will turn you into a person that watches television too many times.
Well,
That's also Dudley.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Speaking of
mirror.
which, the Mirror of Erised, there's actually a really funny skit that I feel like is appropriate to show in this context.
Are you sure this will work?
It has to. The Mirror of Erised shows you your deepest desire. If we want to find the Horcruxes, it can show us where they are.
I don't know. Seems kind of mental. Work for the Sorcerer's Stone.
Remember, Harry, you want to get the Horcruxes. It
That's
has to be
Philosopher's
your
Stone,
deepest
you
desire.
morons.
It's British time. Do-do-do-do.
Oh no!
Oh.
What did you see?
Nothing. Just my family. My dead family. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Well, my mom has green eyes, like me. Dad has dark
Oh,
hair
no.
and all that. The Horcrux is here.
Well, I'd better try.
Oh, this gets
Oh, no.
really funny.
Oh.
I'm top of our class.
Isn't that already real?
It sure felt real.
Oh.
No, this would be good.
No, he's ginger. He could probably pull it off.
We shouldn't give up.
Yeah, worth another try.
So we can find the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Three babies.
Oh.
It's my grandparents.
I can fix it.
Oh God! No.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Still Quidditch. Manly Quidditch.
Don't die, Don. It's important you live.
Cancer's turn.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was easy. Two.
What the blaze?
What would you see in the mirror of Erised?
Wow.
Brilliant sketch.
All right.
That was
Ah,
a distraction.
Jesus.
Let's get back to the point.
Jesus.
Right. And anyway, so Harry sees his parents in the Mirror of Erised, and then the Mirror of Erised disappears, and I forget when exactly that happened, but it was shortly before Dumbledore disappeared too, because Dumbledore had a plan.
Bum bum bum.
The only person who could find the stone would be somebody who wanted to find it but wouldn't not to use it.
Dumbledore.
Oh, so I am as big a troll as Dumbledore. Great.
Someone
just
had
wanna
to
point out,
say
all
that.
the teachers came up with all these different traps and things that were able to be got past because the stone would need to be retrievable again at some point. Except for Dumbledore, is like, and we're just going to put it in here where nobody would ever, in their right mind, ever be able to get it.
The stream's gone.
Oh.
Done.
What the blazes?
Probably the skit got us copyright.
Oh.
Copyright strict to the
Possibly.
maximum. The boss.
Possibly.
But we're still
Done.
live.
Huh.
Well, that's
Weird.
because the StreamYards hasn't stopped. It's just that the stream got copyright struck on YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because we're still doing our thing, and according to Hoo-Ha, we're still live, but according to YouTube, we're not.
According to YouTube, we're still live, if I'm correct. Yeah,
Just going
we're
for
still
policy
live.
reasons. 1 second.
The stream is temporarily suspended for policy violations.
Kill it! Kill it!
And
Nope,
we're
we're
back.
back.
We're back. We're back. Good.
Yay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So since we're back, now we can get on to the finale of Harry Potter. And anyway, that's the end of our show. Okay, bye.
Well, technically, that
Let's
is
see.
indeed the end. Mr.
Well,
Ugly
at
Face is revealed with a nose. With a nose. Don't forget,
With
he has a nose.
Oh, yeah.
But does he have beautiful hair?
No, he didn't.
Unfortunately, no, it's bald.
It's a very scary scenario. That let's put it that way. When his face is revealed, I was like, "Holy shit! I don't want to see it." And then I turned
Honestly-
away until he got defeated, and then I turned back my eyes.
Actually, honestly, the smoke color actually scared me more when I first saw them.
Yeah, the smoke thing was really smoke face was actually fairly scary. One thing that
last
I
thing I
had,
wanted to just say about the first movie is there is an inscription on the mirror. It reads Erised Stret her old kaf old odd wash, which is backwards and says, "I show not your face, but your heart's desire." Just thought it was a cool thing.
Yeah,
That is
that's
very
in the,
cool.
Yep, that's cool. It's in the book too. Yeah.
Well, writing it backwards is more clever than just translating it into another language, I suppose.
It is. I mean, it is a mirror. I mean, mirror. It's the mirror of desire, which is what. So.
Oh, that's what
Erised
Erised
is backwards
is
for desire.
backwards.
Yep.
Done. Do
You
you
know-
mind if Do you mind if I now leave?
That is
It's
perfectly fine if
getting
you
a
want
little
to
bit late
go.
for me.
That's okay. I'll
right.
I'll get you back for Willow tomorrow, and that's going to be ass. That's going to probably be about as bad as the Wheel of Time.
It's probably going to be as bad as Lord of the Rings if I hear the rumors. So.
Oh, Rings of Power bad. Oh, that's
Yeah. As I said, it's going to be lesbian porn, so don't worry
What?
about it.
What? There's something that's worse than Wheel of Time?
Yeah, Rings of
I
Power.
Your Highness.
Okay, yeah. Your Highness is worse than Rings of Power. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well,
Your Highness is probably even worse than that other thing, which we won't mention.
well, oh great lord, I will be leaving again. I'll have to blow up some cities, so don't mind me.
All right, Jeanne.
All right.
Hey, Codex, did your internet cut out or something?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, sorry about that.
No
So
worries.
you're not the same person as Johan. Just come back in a different disguise, then.
Yes,
well-
indeed. I am Johan.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen Kodak and Johan in the same room?
I've
At
never
the
seen either
same
of them.
time?
Times.
Hmm.
Indeed, I have two setups in my bedroom right now. One is for French, one's for Britain.
Well, Dutch.
Dutch, but still.
Okay,
it's-
Dutch,
the
my
point
mistake.
still stands.
Still, yeah, point still stands.
Wait, Dutch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Wait, that's German.
I actually was born in Germany, actually, all things considered.
Who was?
Yeah. But I think before I cut out, I think when Voldemort turned into that smoke thing, that creeped me out. That really scared me when I was younger. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Smoke Voldemort, very, very scary.
Yes.
Voldemort, 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 Voldemort.
You're lagging.
Voldemort, Voldemort, Voldemort.
Oh, it's okay. We're not missing much.
Yeah. Actually, the funny thing is, he probably was endorsing the weed, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that there's definitely an element of sequelitis in this movie, but not to an excessive degree.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's
Yeah.
still all right as far as I can see. Nothing big is contradicted from the first to the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. Well, sequelitis, I mean, like a lot of repeat stuff of the first one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fair bit of that even in the later books where, well, I guess we have to have Quidditch in here.
Yeah. Well, did they also do red herring stuff? Although this time it's Malfoy who's the red herring.
Indeed. Very much so.
Yeah.
As opposed to good old
Alan Rickman.
Sneapies. Yeah,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Alan Rickman. He was perfectly cast as Snape.
Perfect.
Naturally.
Like I said, all the casting in these movies is on point.
Well,
I can't
wasn't-
really think of a single actor who was a bad choice.
Wasn't
I
Alan
agree.
Rickman like Robert Jordan's choice for Pat and Payne?
I believe so, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got that great voice. Voice, which is a big part of why he's such a good choice.
Now I have a wand. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, but and then like Chamber of Secrets, honestly, it really does hit a lot of the exact same beats in the same way that the Philosopher's Stone did. We start off with Harry being abused in his summer home,
As usual.
Yeah.
Mm.
But this
As
time we
usual.
get the magical introduction of Dobby.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dobby.
Who the hell?
Oh,
is
that
Who
was
is quite interesting.
That was
Yeah.
amusing. We were watching this. When we were watching the film, his show was really down on Dobby. Like, it's so annoying. Kind of thing. Kept going. Yeah, it was really down on the whole thing.
He doesn't quite look. He looks much better than a lot of other CGI characters of the time period, except for maybe
Yeah.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Plus, it is the Angry Circus doing the voice, obviously.
Yeah.
Toby Jones did the voice of Dobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, funny thing as well. Can I side note for a second? Did he return to do Deathly Hallows Part 1? Just
I believe yes,
clarification.
he did.
Okay,
Yes, he
okay,
did.
that's what I'm sure.
So weird that they wrote Dobby out of every other book he appears in, every other movie he would have appeared in,
Yeah.
except for that one.
Yeah.
So he's not in. The one where he and Creature are supposed to be spying on Malfoy. That's not in there.
No, Creature's not even in that one.
Nope.
Yeah, Creature appears in 5 and 6, and that's it. 5 and 7, and that's it in terms of the movies.
I think they did that just to save on CGI budget.
Probably, yeah. They also probably can fit him into the plot.
Yeah, I mean, the later books do need to be trimmed a bit for film some purposes, probably.
All right.
Yep.
Is this the one where Daniel Radcliffe started having green contacts?
I actually think that they. Well, I know that he actually physically cannot wear contacts due to
Right,
the
he
fact
has like
that
some
he
sort of
has-
allergic reaction to them or something.
No,
like
but
that.
his voice was breaking for this film. That's what I've remembered exactly.
Well, he is playing a 12-year-old, so
That too, yeah.
Yeah. The kid clearly was like the kid definitely had very like he has
He was going through
exploding
puberty,
eye
let's be frank.
syndrome. Yeah. And I imagine that having exploding eye syndrome limits you
What?
What?
Exploding eye syndrome. That's literally what it's called.
Oh,
Called
no,
when
it
you,
was just your mic was
cannot-
fading out, done, that's all.
Oh.
Yeah, you were very muffled.
Oh, my apologies. You have to finish Rings of Power. Don't finish Rings of Power.
No,
It's a bad show.
No.
But are you sure you wouldn't prefer watching us to that?
Yeah, you don't need to watch Rings of Prime. We can give you all the Rings of Prime experience you need. Just pop some lesbian porn on.
Don't watch your Space Dunk. You'll regret it. Please don't.
Well, actually, no. Lesbian porn would be better than Rings of Power because there actually would be women kissing.
No, I mean Rings of Power, I mean, not the lesbian porn. There's a difference between the two.
Yeah, if there was lesbian porn, then I missed it.
No, I haven't actually seen.
Harry Potter says space chunk.
I haven't actually seen Rings of Power, to be perfectly honest.
Just don't. Just don't. Don't.
It's
No,
not
I
Lesbian
hate Harry
porn.
Potter says space chunk.
Or just watch our streams on the subject. It'll be much better use of your time.
All right, anyway, back to something that's not Rings of Power. Harry Potter.
Yes.
So Dobby is very insistent that Harry doesn't go to school, but he can't tell Harry about it because he was sworn to secrecy. Or
His
something like
master,
that.
his master told him not to tell anybody. Probably.
Yep.
The house elves are basically, in fact, forget basically. The house elves are slaves.
It's not. It's very on the nose.
It's fine. They like it.
They're based off of Scottish brownies,
Yeah.
which are fairies that serve households.
Yeah.
Even the whole thing about presenting them with clothes for freedom is a thing for brownies. Except in the Scottish folklore,
Yeah.
most brownies don't like it when you do that.
Yeah, it goes all the way back to. I mean, there have been domestic spirits hanging around houses since, like, at least ancient Rome and ancient Greece, if not earlier.
Yeah.
So it goes all the way back.
Yeah, I think one of the stories was about. I think one of the main one that I can think of is the story of the elves and the cobbler. I think it's called.
Yeah, that's a fairy tale. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of.
Let's see what.
Johan is gone, so there's literally no reason to keep watching.
That's hilarious. Based in Johan Pild, I guess.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Dobby is trying to tell. So then Dobby enchants the pudding so it goes and kerplunk on somebody's head, and of course Harry gets blamed for it.
You know, as
I'm
is
sorry,
tradition.
nephew. I'm sorry, sir. My nephew is very disturbed.
Well, he's not
Dursley's
wrong.
acting is on point.
Yeah.
This is
the
also
guy
when we see
playing the
Dudley in a straw hat for no reason.
Godzilla final words.
To be fair, that it's actually a lot better.
Godzilla Final
That is
Wars is
actually
a
true.
fantastic movie. Everybody shut up.
Yeah.
Well, did they do the smart thing and just completely cut out the human drama so that way you just have the monster fights?
They actually make the humans fighters.
It's basically the entire film is literally just all out fighting. That's literally what it is. It's literally an anime,
and it's perfect.
Yes.
At the very end. No, I'm not going to go off. I can go off on Godzilla stuff for hours. No, we're talking about Harry Potter.
Let's stay on topic, Doctor. Let's stay on.
I know.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Rings.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate because one of the new Pokemon in one of the new Pokemon games is a Godzilla reference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Baxcalibur. It jumps on its head and slams its back into people like an old-fashioned Godzilla movie.
No, we had I understand David Bowie's reference in Pokemon, so I'm not really surprised.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I like my hearing about David Bowie trivia. Especially since the guy actually was originally going to play Elrond, and then they decided, no, let's do Hugo Weaving. Yeah.
So anyway.
Interesting choice. That was probably a good one. But anyway, let's keep going. So Harry Potter 2, actually, I was surprised that it's almost 3 hours long, including credits.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours and 40
This is the
minutes.
longest movie in the series.
Really?
Yeah. It actually doesn't feel like it.
No.
It's pretty good for this movie.
Well, when you consider longest movie in the series, do you combine Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 into one whole movie as
No,
they
that's
should
not.
have been?
No,
Yes.
it does not count that as one movie.
But even so, I mean, Order of the Phoenix, you'd think Order of the Phoenix would be longer.
It's actually the shortest
But it's
movie.
actually, I think it's actually the second shortest.
Yeah, because the book had a lot of fluff that the movie was able to chop out. Like a lot of the pranks Fred and George played on Umbridge. Well, I admittedly loved a lot of those pranks. Yeah, they were very easy to cut out.
Yeah, and a fair bit of it is just world building, world description. Like, let's describe what a wizard hospital is like.
Yeah, specifically, St. Mungo's.
It's cut completely.
You never see that in the films.
So
I
we
guess
never
you
get
do see the Ministry of Magic, though, because you'd have to.
Yeah, you do. It's plot relevant.
Yeah, yes.
The whole thing with St. Mungo's was really just to have a cameo from Gilderoy again.
Gilderoy Lockhart.
That and world building, or world painting, I should say.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the Chamber of Secrets. So we get Harry being abused by his getting abused by his aunt and uncle, and then being rescued by Ron and the boys because he thought that they weren't getting his letters, but for some odd reason, he thought the friends he made at school didn't actually care about him, but they actually did, and Dobby was just stealing his letters.
Oh yeah, and Dobby kind of clumsily gives that away.
Yeah. Dobby is guilty of committing mail fraud.
Yeah. Well, don't send a house elf to do a man's job.
Indeed.
I believe that's still a felony in England.
Well, is it a felony that the creature doesn't exist?
It still counts.
Not saying it doesn't.
It's only a model.
Yeah, and then Dobby is just desperate to keep Harry Potter from going back to Hogwarts because he knows bad things are going to happen because he was dropping the eaves while the Malfoys were planning evil things, I guess.
And also, he seems to be basically he's kind of like Gollum, only not.
He's Gollum only as a measure of goodness in
He's
him.
good. He's Gollum if Gollum were a good guy.
Yeah, since
Wait, I
Gollum
thought
has
Dobby's pure.
But I thought Gollum was a good guy. He's the whole reason the ring got destroyed.
The Smeagol is the good one. Gollum is the evil part.
I actually would disagree. I think that all of Gollum is evil, since Smeagol's the one that's the murderer, that starts off the murder stuff.
Gollum is true. Yeah, Gollum is just the more evil one, but it's true he did destroy the ring.
Indeed.
Smeagol's the one that wants to be good, but he can't.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
I want to be good, but evil's so easy.
Yeah. All right, and then anyway, so they because Ron is with Harry and Dobby is doing everything he can to keep Harry from going to school, Ron and Harry are both locked out of platform 9 3/4.
No, look, I think they missed the time to get on the train. I believe that's the reason.
No, Dobby.
No, it's Dobby.
Oh, was Dobby?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Dobby.
Dobby closed the door before they could get in, and then the train left at an exact time, so they weren't able to board the train. So
Which
that
anybody
was
who's ever gotten on a train knows the train never leaves when it's supposed to.
Okay.
They were.
Well, that's what makes it magic.
It really does. There's not a lie in that statement.
They were counting down the time before the train was going to leave. It's such a number of seconds. We need to get in there. But so that was going on. But the problem was that Dobby was blocking the.
Okay.
So you're not wrong. Time was involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so Ron gets the brilliant idea to steal his dad's car,
which is pretty mental.
Yeah, because I think in the book as well they're trying to fly.
Theft Auto.
Yeah, because I think in the book they're trying to fly high up in the clouds, so no one sees a flying car in public in the middle of London.
So instead, an aeroplane, if there's an aeroplane flying nearby, they'll see it.
They could have done it when they're getting high up or something, or use the clouds for cover.
They use the clouds for cover in the book, yes.
Yeah.
There's both the invisibility switch, and when that stops working, they use the clouds.
But they'd still be, if they didn't have the invisibility thingy, then they'd still have to take off. And
yeah, that's why they are seen in the book.
Well, they're seen in the movie too.
Yeah,
that's why they get in trouble when they arrive at Hogwarts, because they were seen by no less than 13 Muggles. I don't know why I said it with that weird accent. And they dealt significant damage to the Whomping Willow that had been on the school ground since before you were born.
To be fair, sir, I believe it did more damage to us.
To be fair, it does move in the next film, Prisoner of Azkaban, for some reason on the school grounds.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when we get to that movie.
Yeah, I
have a lot of things to say about that.
Well, can we really blame if they hadn't read the third book while they were filming the second, can we really blame them for getting the tree's position wrong?
No, the tree's position is right in the movie.
Yeah.
It's that they had to change the filming locations for the film.
Oh, okay.
Which is why Hogwarts goes from England to the Highlands of Scottish. This is Scottish Highlands.
Hey, are you saying in the Scotland now? Are you in sort of Scotland?
Yeah.
Because my godparents live in Scotland.
Fun fact about the Whomping Willow: 14 Ford Anguillas were destroyed, creating the scene where Harry and Ron crash into the Whomping Willow.
Wait, 14 what?
14 Ford Anguillas.
It's the type of car, yeah.
It's the type of car.
Oh, I thought that was a fish.
I thought it was Herbie.
You're thinking of angling. So Hogwarts is located in the north of England, right?
Somewhere around that, yes.
Not in Scotland.
The book makes it very clear that it's a hidden location. Nobody's supposed to know where Hogwarts is, but a bunch of parents show up to Hogwarts all the damn time, so...
Wait, they do?
Yeah.
Well, most Malfoy does.
The Weasleys do.
The Weasleys do. The Wizarding family ones do, but I don't know if any Muggle parents do.
Not any Muggles, no. But it's supposed to be even secret to like other schools.
Yeah, like Durmstrang and
Durmstrang and I forget what the French one was.
I can't remember the French one.
Beaubaton.
Beaubaton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense why the schools would be hidden from each other like that in the modern age. I can see it making sense in the ancient times. The schools had ancient rivalries.
And then you have let's move backward to the discussion of the interesting year ahead with basically Harry learning he's a snake charmer, essentially.
Parcel mouth.
Yep. I heard you speaking parcel mouth. Snake language?
Oh, I thought he didn't do that until they were learning self-defense stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't come out until the Dueling Club, which is after the first two. The first attack.
Yeah.
It's in the first book. In the first book, he does he does talk to the snake in the first book.
Yeah, but no one else really witnessed him talk to the snake in the first book.
Yeah, so it's not an issue for the school because he wasn't even at the school yet.
Yeah, and Harry didn't bring it up because he's like, oh, well, I'm a wizard and I can talk to snakes. So, that just must be something every wizard can do. It's not an unreasonable assumption for him to make.
Yeah.
I agree.
Speaking of all that, should we take a moment to talk about Gilderoy Lockhart?
Perfect casting.
Oh, God, yes.
Best casting ever.
Yes, Kenneth Brown.
Choose the scenery whenever
Is it chewing so much as devours wholesale?
Which is exactly what Gilderoy does. It's perfect.
Yes. Yeah, it is perfect. He is pretty much
center of it. I am the main character of this movie, and none of you can tell me otherwise.
Yeah, he is so perfectly cast.
Yes,
in this film.
And I think I have a perfect headcanon for him. This is the reason why he becomes Pro.
Yeah, he is perfectly cast.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else could have been better for Gilderoy Lockhart than Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh was just the perfect guy.
So, according to the trivia thing, Jason Isaac originally auditioned for Gilderoy Lockhart.
Really?
Oh, interesting. But yeah, I much prefer him as Lucius Malfoy.
Yes.
He's significantly better as Lucius Malfoy than he would be as Lockhart.
Absolutely.
He almost didn't do it because he said it was too similar to his role as Captain Hook in Peter Pan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I thought the Peter Pan was after this.
Nope,
No,
2003.
it was on the same time. You're right.
I think Peter Pan was released after this, but
the
filming for this came after Peter Pan's.
I see.
He is too polite to say no. When he was offered the part, Isaac almost turned it down, but family members convinced him to do it.
That's great.
Yeah.
There was another thing about Gilderoy's potential casting in here. I'll see if I can find it.
All right.
Yeah, and I just love Jason Isaacs and Kenneth Branagh in this. But even though Kenneth Branagh only gets like a little bit to shine, he's so great. Like he is just perfectly cast as a sniveling dick.
Hugh Grant was also originally cast as Gilderoy Lockhart, but was forced to withdraw.
Oh, I do not like that casting. No.
He was forced to withdraw at the last moment because of scheduling conflicts with 2 weeks' notice, which came out in 2002.
Wait, he had 2 weeks' notice for the scheduling conflicts?
No, that's the name of the movie.
Oh.
It's just ironic.
Well, it's a romantic, a business decision. Well, I think it was probably a bad business decision for him because he probably got less work. because of it and less money, but much better for the film because Kenneth Branagh is much better cast. He's even got the perfect hair.
Yep.
Okay,
Robert,
this is the
it's
scene.
fake out. It has like a fake. It has a toupee in the third act or something. It's
think so,
implied or
maybe.
something. Yeah.
So this is the scene where there's a million people mobbing him at the shop. And who the blazes is this?
Apparently, he's
there was also apparently Jude Law was also scheduled to play Gilderoy Lockhart, but was too young. He would go on to play a young Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald.
One of the few good things about those movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Youngledore.
Gagador.
But yeah, I mean, it was perfect casting.
Yeah. Oh, Molly Weasley just. Oh.
Yeah, she's great, and I also really like her in the Hollow Crown Shakespeare adaptation. Yeah, I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that stern voice she said to the Weasley boys and all that. It's like, oh, hi, Harry, how you doing? Oh, it's so good to see you. Where the hell have you been? You could have died. You could have been seen.
Julie Winters.
That was it.
Julie
Yeah,
Walters. Julie Walters. Yeah, she's great. She's Becca in the future, I imagine.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No, too bad. No. Wait, does that mean Tarek offer Weasley?
He's a less oblivious and more abrasive Arthur Weasley, so and less ginger, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably larger. Well, definitely larger, significantly larger.
Yeah. Well, he does have the snark, to be fair.
Well, does Arthur Weasley have snark?
Well, he says, well, really?
Yes, charm.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I think that's enthusiasm.
Yeah, true, but still.
And it's like, really? How'd it go?
Yeah.
And then she just smacks her. He's like, very bad, boys. It was very, very bad. It was very wrong of you.
I remember that scene. I also really liked it when Arthur arrives home, sits down, has dinner, sits next to Harry, takes one look at him, and he's like, "Oh, who are you?" Like he's got so many kids, he forgot the exact number, so he sees a stranger, and it takes him a couple glances to realize, "Oh, you're not normally at my dinner table."
Yeah.
After that, the main plot comes in when Walder Frey's cat is petrified.
Wait, what is when?
Filch. He also plays Walder Frey.
He's also the Doctor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. David Bradley. He's also he's also in the Color of Magic miniseries, and he plays Krun the Barbarian, and you see him running around in a loincloth.
Oh, goody.
Oh, my.
Apparently, to get into character for Filch, he rented out a cabin in the middle of nowhere to get the loneliness down right.
Oh. That's just quite adorable, actually.
That's method acting. That's some impressive method acting.
Yeah.
Him and his cat.
My cat has been petrified. I want to see some punishment.
So my wife actually felt really bad for Filch in that scene. And it's like, yeah, the cat got hurt. Nobody.
You murdered my cat. No, I'll kill you.
I'm going to kill you.
It is both funny and touching that he loves this cat more than anything else in the whole world, and he's just going to murder this kid.
Yeah, dude.
And he probably would have if Dumbledore hadn't gotten there.
Yeah, probably.
And a series of strange disappearances happen where these Muggle-born kids, also known as Mudbloods, are petrified. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a fictional slur, or for people
Yeah,
who
don't
don't
say
exist.
That's very, very, very lucky that all of them saw the basilisk in a reflection, like every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very lucky.
Well, okay, to be fair, with the ghost and the camera, okay, I can buy that to some extent, but then Hermione has a hand mirror on a person all times. It's like, why do you have
Well,
a
I
mirror?
think she gets that after she finds out what it is.
Yeah, maybe, but
Well,
yeah,
no, I
it's a
could
bit-
imagine
Book
her
had a
having
better
it.
explanation for it.
Yeah.
She
Bots
could
are
have
back.
it on her. Have it on
So,
her at all
Penelope
times. She's a
Clearwater.
woman.
Get out, bot.
Be gone, Thoughtbot.
What? But I want to find love. Our AI will help. They're sending us messages from the new Pokemon games. How could you silence the new Pokemon professor?
Censorship.
I don't care.
What was I going to say about Hermione damaged a library book?
Indeed.
No.
Indeed. It was worth it.
She damaged a library book.
Indeed.
Yeah.
A worthy
Yes.
sacrifice for a noble cause.
Oh, and as that CinemaSins guy pointed out, what it said on that page is the crowing of the rooster would kill the basilisk. So why didn't they just find a rooster?
Because all the roosters were dead.
We see
Like
them.
Ginny. I knew
We
it.
see them dead in the movie. Hagrid walks into Dumbledore's office carrying dead roosters.
Yeah,
We-
because
yeah, he did,
CinemaSins. Yeah, he did, and because CinemaSins is a certified moron who's also mentally deficient.
Well, that is also true. So
Yes.
yeah, I didn't remember the roosters. It's been a while since I actually saw the movies. I had them on VHS, and now I don't have a VHS player.
The movie doesn't
sad.
bring it up. The books do. It's a blink and you miss it thing in the movie, though.
Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. But it's all because of Ginny. The ginger.
Yeah.
I always knew they couldn't trust them.
Yeah, well, yeah, she should not have gone around writing in strange books that she doesn't know where she got them from.
Yeah.
Harry does that too. Why did he start writing in a strange book that he didn't know where he got it from?
He was curious. There's a difference between curiosity and malice.
I wrote a book once.
Indeed.
I'm still
What was
writing a
it?
book.
What was its title?
It's actually All American Red Squirrel. It's a comic book, and it's coming soon.
Oh, wow.
I got an editor now, so
Oh, good. Good on you.
Yay.
Yeah, good on you.
Nice. I'm excited.
I technically have a book too. It's
Quest for Sauron's Diary.
it's a parody of, it's a
that was my
parody-
moment.
It's a parody of Terry Brooks, mostly.
Oh, good. No, don't write Terry Brooks stuff. I've heard Terry Brooks is terrible. Wait, no, that's Terry Goodkind.
Yeah, Terry Goodkind is the bad one.
Terry, I would not dare to do a parody of Terry Goodkind because that would just be too disgusting even for this group.
Well, I mean,
he's more just an idiot and has
wouldn't
a
a
bad
parody of
phone problem.
Yeah, well, wouldn't a parody of Terry Goodkind stuff just be a better novel?
That's
Yeah,
part of the
probably.
problem. Yeah. I mean, all that stuff about all the rape and God knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off topic.
Throwing in a bunch of Ayn Rand references. Here we go. Kill it.
It's
kill it.
back.
It's
back
the
on.
exact same bot.
Kill it.
It's persistent. Anyway, where are we? Hermione gets petrified. No more Quidditch.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
we do have Dobby breaking Harry's arm with a rogue bludger.
Which leads to
And-
one of the best scenes in all of Harry Potter.
Yeah, where
injure.
and he gets the arms all removed from his arm.
The bone.
the arms
yeah,
all
his bones,
removed
yeah.
from his arms. This is done. A professional writer, everybody.
Bones all his arm has all the he gets quite literally boned.
I think it's deboned actually, but I was going to say we missed the bit where he loses all the pixies.
Yeah.
Well, to be
That
fair,
was
it
a
was
fun
rather flexible,
scene.
to be fair.
It is a fun scene, but it's not terribly plot relevant. It does show somewhat that Mr. Lockhart is an awful teacher.
Lockhart literally took this job to sell a bunch of copies of his book.
Yep.
And clearly nobody else likes him. Everybody else hates him.
Well, the teachers all agree on one thing.
Mm-hmm. They all hate him.
Yep.
Yep.
I actually like how much the teachers hate Lockhart in the book. It's just this
It's
ever-building
hilarious.
frustration.
Okay, can I ask this question? If they hate him so much, why they hired him exactly?
Well, it's the faculty hate him. I don't think Dumbledore has the capacity to really hate anybody besides perhaps Voldemort and Fenrir Greyback.
And maybe Umbridge. But no, the reason why...
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why he got hired was because Dumbledore is a massive troll.
Really
That
is.
is
It's
true.
just
Okay,
Dumbledore being a gigantic dick again.
Yeah, I can see the point. I can see the point. I concede. That is a fair point.
Yeah, I think the official explanation is that no one else would go for the job, but I like the troll explanation better.
Yeah, since
that makes more sense.
It's a cursed job.
Well, this is the second book. They don't realize it's cursed yet.
Oh no, they know it's cursed because nobody was. According to the first book, no one's been able to keep the job for longer than 3 years.
Wait, that was even in the first book? Jesus.
That's in the first book, and then later it was changed to only 1 year.
Yep, it's a
The
it's never
official explanation,
expanding.
according to JK, it comes from a Pottermore thing where McGonagall asked Dumbledore why he would hire someone like Lockhart. His response is, even students can learn something from a bad teacher, like how not to act, how not to behave.
Yeah, Dumbledore's
So it's confirmed he's a troll.
Dumbledore's pedagogic philosophy is not necessarily the most enlightened.
I just think Dumbledore's a jerk. He's too old to care.
Die, Dumbledore, die! Pardon me.
No,
Not yet.
he
He's
probably.
not till 6.
Stupid
I
kid.
imagine Dumbledore would be a person to say "lol" at Valerian probably frequently.
Yeah, Dumbledore is probably not too unlike Dunn in personality.
Yeah, that's so Lamau.
God help us, kill it.
What, isn't that how French people laugh?
Apparently.
And after that, we get the scene where we do skip over Aragog and Hagrid being carted off to Azkaban.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of a Hagrid, why did you send these two kids, you are way too trusting.
Hagrid has no concept of danger. He's so used to being a giant.
Well, to be fair, he should not have said that. He should not have said that.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, they skipped that bit and they skipped the Death Day party bit, which is also kind of not terribly relevant.
Yeah, the Death Day party is not relevant to the plot.
The Death Day party was just to introduce Myrtle and to have a reason why Harry, Ron, and Hermione were in the area when Miss Norris was attacked.
And that's pretty much kind of solved by just being in the area.
I think the detention with Gilderoy was perfect way to fix it.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Harry was on his way back from detention, and then his scar started to hurt, and then he heard whispering, and then he found the cat.
Yep. because
He
apparently
just found it, did he? Look a little suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that like him sticking around at the scene of the crime would probably be a bad idea, especially when he clearly doesn't have a ladder.
Yeah, he's a.
Well, I found that ladders aren't very useful for bludgeoning people, so why would he need that?
True.
To be fair, he's only 12, so he's a little bit, perhaps a little clueless.
True. But after we finally get some investigation, some red herrings, bit with Polyjuice potion that that becomes subsequently massively abused, especially in book 7 and book 4, when we find out, oh, Madame Moody has been using Polyjuice potion to look because he's Barty Crouch, and he's apparently been drinking it once every hour because that's how he lasts. So and it takes
makes
a month
sense
to brew
on
this
paper.
stuff. And it takes a month to brew this Polyjuice potion and stuff.
And he has the mannerisms down too, though. He manages to fool everybody.
Yep.
There's a weird thing in the 6th book about the Polyjuice potion where Malfoy's making Crabbe and Goyle drink it so they can be lookout while he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he's making them turn into girls specifically.
Maybe some Japanese girls. I don't know.
Well, you know, Malfoy's just taking after his teacher. He's just being a massive troll.
Yeah, probably.
Indeed.
I mean, Malfoy basically is a troll.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see Malfoy on the internet completely.
I just think it's obvious Malfoy has a fetish.
No comment.
After that, we see a pretty neat scene of tension where they go down into the Basilisk's lair because they figure out, okay, he's been the inside of the he's inside the pipes, and there's this entrance.
How
in the
big are these pipes to accommodate a snake like that?
Yeah, apparently they're like the size of trees or something, because that is a massive snake.
Yeah,
they're magic. They expand.
I mean, snakes are capable of getting into small areas, but
not that
they
small.
still have to be huge pipes.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's like
I just can't believe that nobody's seen the snake wandering around from bathroom to bathroom.
It used the pipes. You see the pipes. They were the thing in the stuff. But how did it get out of the pipes to look at somebody and then get back into the pipes to not be seen?
It must be
good question.
I thought it was holes in, like there are holes or chinks in the pipes.
That's even worse.
That's some terrible plumbing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a castle. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I expect good plumbing from a good castle.
Well, it's
I expect the Magic Castle has good plumbing. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's Hogwarts. They care so little about their students that they let them stay in the school grounds while there was mass petrifications going on. They should have closed that school after that first cat.
Yeah,
probably.
That's one of the weird things about Hogwarts too, is we keep being told, and Harry going all the way up these stairs and getting all exhausted and stuff. Why is there no magic transport within the castle?
Yeah.
Well, they have a magic transport, so it's the tank engine with the train.
But
well, am I wrong?
It doesn't run in the castle, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well, they could shrink it down and make it run through the castle. It wouldn't be that hard. It's
Look how
magic.
these people don't even understand how simple items and non-magical items work. I have no doubt that nobody actually knows how that train works.
Yeah.
I'm
I tell you, it's
convinced that the
magic railroad
conductors
from
and
Thomas the Tank
engineers
Engine,
running
I
the
tell you.
train are actually non-magical people who are faking it the entire time.
Or maybe maybe Dumbledore went to the Isle of Sodor and got like a very special train or something. I don't know.
The train, an indoor train would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with magically shifting stairs and whatnot, it makes it a wonder that any of the students even make it to their classes, let alone on time.
Oh, Chip says greats.
Maybe? I don't know.
Great, maybe. Yeah.
In terms of the snake, the serpent, the basilisk thing.
Well, the water being on the ground during each of the things, that does imply that it's moving through the pipes when there's water in them. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. It's just weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
If it was great, you would have seen the stuff and the things. The great being off the thingamadoodad. Would have given it up a lot sooner. It's a magical school where they learn deadly spells. The original versions of fairy tales are pretty dark and dangerous. Yes, they are.
Yes.
So, yep, as in like the wicked stepsisters getting their eyes pecked out by crows.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or with the
Crow,
Little
do you have something to
Mermaid.
say?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Crow, do you have something to say about that?
I am not associated with the parties involved in that incident. I have nothing to do with that. I have never once tasted an eye, nor know how good they taste, or the fact that they taste exactly like chocolate chips. I would have no information on that.
I need to get a better supplier. Mine don't taste like chocolate chips at all.
Makes sense. Anyway, we do see Harry go up against Lord Voldemort again. Because
the teenage Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. Well, and we learned that Rowling is just like me a few months ago, where she was obsessed with anagrams at the time because she decided to give Tom Riddle a name that is an anagram of "I am Lord Voldemort."
So I was watching these movies with my wife, and this is our first time seeing this. She was convinced up and down that Gilderoy was the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Her response, I think it's fantastic. She goes, he's the new character introduced in this movie. He's always showing up late to all the scenes of the attack. Always has some lame excuse why. He's inept, so he's obviously, but he's also obviously an actor, so he's just playing it up. Yeah, this is some real Scooby-Doo shit going down.
Wait, then what was her reaction to Tom Riddle showing up?
Oh, she got upset. She's like, what the fuck bullshit? The diary's the villain?
No, I meant when Tom Riddle first showed up. Like,
when it was Hagrid, she said, yeah, that's definitely not. And she said right out of the bat, yeah, it's not Hagrid. It's just...
Yeah, Hagrid's too pure.
She didn't think Tom was faking it. She just thought Tom actually just got the wrong guy.
So we should say something. I mean, not sure, but we might as well say something about casting again because the Tom Riddle chap was also perfect.
Oh, God, he was just hamming it up.
Oh, he's perfect. He wanted to come back for Deathly Hallows, but he was, quote-unquote, too old for the role.
Oh.
Well,
they got pretty fine out of it, so...
They could have just recast and had him play Voldemort, the older Voldemort, instead.
Well, they got really fine, so...
Old. Since Voldemort's
he was
60.
22. He was 22 in this movie.
Since Voldemort's
so he was
60,
already
right?
really pushing it to play a 15 to 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know. Aren't you able to play teenagers well into your 40s?
I don't know. The girl who played Moaning Myrtle is the oldest actress ever cast for to play a student.
So
Yeah,
she was in her 30s.
So if I turned up and said I wanted to play a teenager, do you think they'd accept me?
I think they probably might. I think they'd say, "Are you insane?"
And I'd say yes.
The only reason why Moni Myrtle was moaning is because she has to be loving monsters after this. Oh, that was a bad Doctor Who episode. Like, Christ, that was bad.
Yeah, she was the floor, right?
Yeah. Well, she was. Yeah, she was the floor essentially. Yeah.
The floor.
She's.
She was the sentient floor.
Yeah, let's just move on from that because Love and Monsters is really, really bad.
What the fuck? A sentient floor?
What the?
It's Doctor Who. What do you?
Doctor Who. But just
Doctor Who. Okay.
Yeah, let's just move on from that because it is very bad.
I know there's a movie called like Love and Monsters, and that's what my thought was going to. And it's like there's a sentient floor in that movie.
Yeah. Well, they say that the walls have ears, and the floor is just the wall, but it's on the floor.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, we have a fight with the basilisk with the world's lamest sword.
It looks
Or
more like a
second.
lesson opener than anything else.
What's wrong with the sword of Gryffindor?
It doesn't look like a sword.
It looks tiny.
Well,
because it's got to be able to fit the actor who's wielding it.
That's true, but like I have a better just if I'm going to compare swords made for kids, I'm going to compare that to Peter's sword from Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
And that sword was actually good. That looks
Yes.
like something that I could believe.
Yeah, but you see, Peter is a paladin and Harry is a wizard, so Harry has a much smaller strength stat. So the Sword of Gryffindor had to be something that matched his stat allocation.
I believe the sword changes sizes consistently throughout the movies, depending on which actor is wielding it.
Yeah, that might be true, actually.
Yeah,
because I know it doesn't look small in Rupert Grant's hands in Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, I know that in Neville Longbottom's hands, it looks pretty tiny.
The giant crocs, the alligators in the sewers, yeah.
Yeah, those are probably pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Love and Monster is a very bad episode, exactly. It's a terrible episode, so I'm allowed to pick on it.
Wait, can we pick on modern Doctor Who? Because I've heard it's just been getting worse and worse and worse.
Yes.
Or we could get back on track.
Yes, that
Yeah, since I like the fight, I just do not like that sword. It looks teeny.
We'll take it up with Shad. See what he has to
Summon
say
the
about the
sword
sword.
master.
Wait, has Shad reviewed the Harry Potter sword?
No,
I don't think he's ever. I don't think he's really done anything Harry Potter related, other than like some commentary on certain like comments made in regards to J.K. Rowling that he thinks are nonsense. Which agreed, most of the stuff about J.K. Rowling is nonsense.
Yeah.
No.
Can't find anything about the swords prop in the movie, so
Indeed. And after that, we see Harry display his nobility and helps his Tormentor of the Year get free of his employer by robbery. By a very clever set of tricks, actually, where he just sees, just get the bad guy to hand him his
hand his servant a sock.
Yep.
So now Dobby has to wear nothing but a sock forever and ever.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Oh.
So basically, Harry interfered with the relation between employer and employee through theft.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
You filthy communist, Harry.
Well, he is anti-Voldemort, which is anti-fascism.
So he's anti-fa. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trolling. I'm trolling now. Never mind that.
Well, that has me wondering, what does Voldemort want to do once he takes over the wizarding world?
Rule it. And make his enemies suffer. Make people suffer and have absolute dominion.
Well, you don't need to be a ruler to do that.
Well, no, he wants to introduce the metric system. It's pretty straightforward. It's so easy to convert currency.
Well, yeah, committing currency is a noble goal, I suppose.
Is Voldemort behind the euro?
Possibly.
Probably.
He's behind Brexit.
Makes sense.
Oh, I'm so used to hearing
Voldemort
Dexit.
is behind whatever political opinion I currently don't like.
Yeah, I'm so used to hearing Dexit that I keep forgetting that it's based on a real world event. Or named after a real world event, I should suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was what they started calling it in some of those Pokemon games because they decided to cut out a bunch of older Pokemon in some of the newer ones. So they called it Dexit because that was going on at around the same time.
Yeah, okay. I never knew that Pokemon was so topical.
Yeah, Pokemon is always topical.
Yeah. After that, we see a whole thing. We pretty much just end with a Great Hall scene where Harry wins.
Hogwarts, that you, Hagrid.
Yep.
And then everyone clapped.
And then everyone clapped. Yay!
To be fair, the actor did deserve that after, passing away. I know this came out before he passed away, of course, but it's just...
It just feels appropriate,
Yeah.
especially considering the context.
Yeah.
Since Robbie Coltrane was pretty much just the perfect actor to play Hagrid, and kind of his passing makes it feel all the more poignant.
Yeah.
No, righty, but
I only got
I don't
two
think
more
there's
trivia things I think are actually worth talking about real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The first thing, Jason Isaacs, he's behind a lot of the changes on Lucius Malfoy in terms of design. He's the one who came up with the long hair, but because of the fact that the character now had long hair, in order to keep it out of his eyes, he had to tilt his head back, which just makes the character so much better because they hang down his nose with everyone.
Yeah, that was a small unintentional benefit from him having to keep his head back, just keep the hair out of his eyes. Oh my goodness. I love it.
That's actually genius.
He also came up with the idea of the walking stick, to hold his wand rather than just having the wand in a pocket.
That
he eventually just grew so attached to the walking stick he tried to walk off set with it, but was stopped.
What?
The guy played Malfoy.
Lucius Malfoy, yeah.
Yeah, Daddy Malfoy or Luscious.
All these changes were almost declined by Columbus except for Daniel Radcliffe going, those would be really cool.
Wait, I
So-
didn't know
Or
Christopher
relative to
Columbus
the
was
12-year-old.
So the kid actor basically countermanded the studio execs.
The studio execs are sucking up to Daniel Radcliffe this entire time. You have no idea.
Yeah. Well, they probably expected Harry Potter to be the start of a long career for him. Anyway,
And they
what
were
is
right?
Well, it was.
He has gotten a small career off of this. Not
Yeah.
he's
It's
not
Watson who's
big.
benefited the most.
Yeah.
Another change is Tom Felton forgot his line when Draco sees Harry disguised as Goyle. When he asks Harry, "Why are you wearing glasses?" Harry's response is, "I was reading." So he improvised because he forgot his line. Tom Felton improvised, "I didn't know you could read."
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. Good improv right there.
Another
is
moment of
actually
improv
perfect.
is
Yeah.
when Jason Isaac is leaving Dumbledore's office. He felt like he should say something, so he came up with the line on the spot of, "It's a good thing that Harry Potter will always be here to save the day."
Which
And
is
Daniel
interesting.
Radcliffe immediately went with, "Don't worry, I will be." That whole
That's
bit is improv.
That is actually really cool because that was actually in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Where,
And it fits the characters.
yeah, it does. It's kind of sad that Daniel Radcliffe kind of hasn't had that much of a big career. He's basically just said, I kind of just want to do small scale drama stuff rather than big budget stuff.
I mean, he's had his big budget thing, and this attention can get annoying real fast.
Yeah. Well, not to mention when you have a big role like this, it's if you continue to act after that series has ended, it's kind of tough to get out from under that shadow.
That
That's
is
exactly
true.
what
Yeah.
happened to Rupert Grant. He can't get out of the shadow of Ron.
So they got typecast.
A little
I don't know
bit.
if it's necessary. I don't know if it's that he got typecast. I think that he just kind of nobody could see him as anything other than Ron Weasley, and so he just decided, nah, I'm just not going to worry about this anymore.
So the cupcakes, was that a film change to have them flying cupcakes?
No, that's actually is in the book.
Yeah.
However, the actors for Crabbe and Goyle actually cut their mouths on the fishing hooks holding those cupcakes up in that scene.
Oh, those poor boys.
That's pretty awful. Poor guys.
They accidentally bit into the hooks.
Why didn't they take the hooks out before they did the scene where they start eating them?
Yeah, because
Jesus.
there's even a cut there. So,
They also one of the I think it's the actor playing Crabbe, the kind of roly-poly boy, actually was fired because he was apparently I think he was involved in a robbery or something. Some kind of crime.
he was, and that's why he's recasted with a black man. Last one I want to talk about real quick is Rupert Grant. He actually has severe arachnophobia.
Oh, okay. So he was perfectly cast then.
Yep. So the scenes in the forest where they're doing with the spiders, he's not acting. That's actually his reaction to just the thought of spiders.
What? They didn't even use robot spiders?
Well, there is animatronics. There's actually is a animatronic used. A giant animatronic spider grabs onto him in the car. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So basically, when he is freaking out, he is legit terrified
He's legit
that he's going
freaking
to
out.
die.
He does not like spiders at all. He has legit arachnophobia.
So the actual actor does?
Yeah, the actual actor.
That's very method.
Apparently, another little Easter egg is in Flourish and Bart's the bookshop. There's a collector. There's a set of the hardcovers of Harry Potter books in there somewhere.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Makes sense, yeah.
Who is this J.K. Rowling in my Wizarding universe?
Wouldn't it be right if she were like one of Voldemort's chief lieutenants or something?
Oh god.
Another thing is that she was originally thought in the first movie they wanted J.K. Rowling to play Lily Potter.
No, that I wouldn't
she
see
turned
that.
that down because her response was, "I'm not an actress. I know I would mess it up somehow."
Yeah, probably that's a decent response.
Yeah, creator cameos are all well and good, but I always like it when they're short and sweet, like Stan Lee.
Somewhere in the background, or just, oh my god, that bot is back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
What?
ouch.
What, you don't want a robot to find a girl for you?
Didn't
Not
Gurm turn
really,
up?
no.
Didn't Gurm turn up in somewhere in Hoo-Ha?
He was going to, but he ended up not.
Yeah, but Benioff and Weiss did, but no one wants them, frankly.
No.
No, really, no.
Here's one
and they're
more
the
thing.
reason for the coffee cup, but sorry, go for it, Crow.
A bit of the backstage drama that went on during this movie. There was an outbreak of head lice among the children actors.
Oh, no, that.
So just about any time you see a nurse that isn't Madame Pomfrey in the movie, that's a real nurse.
Oh.
Nurses were drafted into production with an outbreak of head lice occurring among the young cast.
Dang.
Damn.
Well, if you remember Invader Zim, you really want to stay on top of that head lice.
Indeed.
You also want to, if you've ever seen Osmosis Jones, the TV show, head lice
That's
monsters.
true. Yeah,
head lice
right.
monsters are no joke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kids Next Door.
This is also the only Harry Potter movie to have a post-credit scene.
Wait, there was a post-credit scene?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a,
Gilderoy
they show
in
a
the
poster of
mental house,
Gilderoy's
yeah.
newest book, Who Am I?
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I never had the patience to sit through credits. Like I don't think I ever even seen any of the Marvel post-credit scenes.
The nice thing is you can just watch them on YouTube.
Here's the thing that Chris Columbus wanted the movement of the camera to be snake-like. Certain scenes were filmed using handheld cameras, which allowed for the movement.
Yeah. And the combination of CGI and animatronic with the Basilisk is also really impressive.
Mhm.
We almost forgot to mention that, where that thing is actually really scary.
Well, I personally find snakes to be very adorable.
Yeah, certain snakes can be cute. Not this one though.
Alright. I am getting very tired.
Well, when I see us, we're all finished for.
Wait, we are, but we only got through 2 movies.
Well, we've only
the first
watched.
two.
Yeah, we've
No.
only watched the first 2. We're only watching it where I'm not crazy enough to do a whole thing of the films all in one go.
No.
I've decided. I thought it would definitely be better to segment it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
They're
do
back.
I didn't do my homework. I haven't seen this movie in I don't know how long.
I've already seen the third one. We still need to watch the fourth one.
We haven't watched the fourth one yet. But we're watching. But Willow is in the
Tomorrow.
office.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
so when are we watching the fourth film?
That will probably be next. I still haven't worked that out actually.
Just say next year. Just say for a time date or something. Yeah.
Be vague. In the future.
Yes.
It might even be a double feature. I'll probably just do Willow and do Harry Potter then Willow.
Lockhart states that he didn't get rid of the Brandon Banshee by smiling at him. Banshee are Irish spirits, which can only be female. The book says her, but as Keith Brannigan comes from Irish culture background, he likely did this deliberately to make Lockhart look even more stupid.
That is genius.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
That's actually really smart.
Lockhart is a bit of an. I mean, Lockhart didn't actually do it, mind you. He's telling other people's stories, so maybe he just forgot the sex of the. And he doesn't actually know anything about them necessarily.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how much does Lockhart actually know besides memory charms?
According to Pottermore, he actually was a talented student if he put his mind to it, but he was always looking for the lazy way out. Another point of this, Lockhart was a Ravenclaw.
Oh.
That's weird.
Huh.
Well, every wizard went to Hogwarts, even the ones who didn't.
But I mean, it's not weird they went to Hogwarts. It's weird there's a Ravenclaw. I would see Gryffindor. That's where the extroverts go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently, the actor for Dumbledore thought Fawkes was a real bird the first time he saw him.
Wow. That's impressive. That the
it is a
animatronics
really
are-
good animatronic.
Indeed, it is. Yeah.
You've still got some of those thoughts.
I think I've killed them because They should be fine.
What about the ones in the chat right now?
They have already been blocked. They just it's just the system is not showing that they've been blocked.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, I am going to head on out now because I need the sleep. It's mythical and elusive, but I'll find it someday.
Makes sense.
Of course, you shall. You'll be fine.
Alrighty. And we'll call it good for today, at least with Harry Potter's 1 and 2. We've thoroughly deconstructed at least the things we found interesting about it, and we'll continue to do so with 3 and 4 at some future point in the future. Next time is going to be Willow, the series.
Hooray.
I am seriously now considering reading the Shadow Moon books, even though by all accounts they're trash of the highest order, mostly because they're written by George Lucas and Chris Claremont.
Can Lucas write, as in writing books?
It was this Willow sequel books were a joint project between George Lucas and Chris Claremont. It's one of the major, probably the only reason why it got written, because apparently
essentially ghostwritten, probably.
I probably I know they're listed as co-authors, but Shadow Moon. And yeah, it says it's written by Chris Claremont and George Lucas, and oh wow, it was 7 years after the first one, 7 years after the movie, and it just says authors George Lucas and Chris Claremont.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna head on out. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
All right. We'll call it good there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Night, how?
Enough! Kill me! Just end it! No.